What's up, y'all? It's Antoine Winfield Jr., safety for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What's up, y'all? This is Jahai Wolf from the New York Giants.
What's good, y'all? This is Sterling Shepard.
This is Justin Tuck. This boy Plexico Birds, Super Bowl 42 world champion.
Chris Godwin from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What's up? This is Saquon Barkley. Dex Lawrence II.
Yo, this is Mike Evans with the Tampa Bay Bucks.
And we about to go live on Flag on the Play.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back. Another episode, Flag on the Play, episode 74. I'm back with the guys. Remember, how we feeling?
Chilling.
You're good, man. Good divisional football. We good.
I'm
Facts,
sick.
chat. This is. I know, MJ about to pull up. Mookie's obviously gonna be here. Obviously, that's what people pulling up. They pull up a little bit later, just a little bit late. But do you think? Let's get one playoff game out the way because these other three games, it's gonna be a wild conversation. So yeah, Mookie on the way, chat. Mookie is on the way.
Mookie will be here.
He said he's gonna be a little bit late. He gonna be on the way. But let's start off with this Chiefs game, bro. Mahomes is now officially 7-0 in the divisional round. Travis Kelce went crazy that game, Chiefs back in the AFC Chip. We'll start with you, Donnie. Was the officiating that bad as was people were saying though? Because a lot of people was complaining about the refs.
Listen, was it pretty? No, it wasn't. I'm gonna keep it sweet and simple, and then I'll let Trey go. Don't let CJ Stroud get sacked 8 times, and don't miss 7 points because of kicks. It's literally that simple. And the Chiefs' defensive line is not very good. Like, George Karlaftis has been okay, I guess. Chris Jones is good, but that's just kind of it.
He was in and out of the game too. So
Yeah, I'm sorry. Stroud, don't get sacked 8 times, and don't miss 7 points because of kicks. That's your own damn fault. You lost because you shot yourself in the foot. You can complain about officiating. Everyone's doing it. People did it with Brady back in the day. They do it with all the winners. That's just what it is. I'm sorry. You shot yourself in the foot. That's why you lost.
Trey?
yeah, I'm not buying the officiating thing. The one thing I will say though is the one legitimate complaint that people have with specifically the quarterbacks. The way it's officiated when it comes to guys when they're defenseless runners versus, hey, this guy's in the open field, treat him like a running back. We see certain guys get calls that others don't. And you have certain quarterbacks like Mahomes who flat out just play into the fact that, hey, I'm a quarterback. I'm the face of the league. And if you hit me, it's bad for business. So I'm going to wait until the last possible second and then give myself up. Like he's playing a dangerous game of chicken, but he kind of knows that he's like, I'm kind of protected because the rules in the game dictate, hey, you hit the moneymaker, you go bye-bye. Like, that's just kind of what it is. Like, that's a legitimate gripe. The rest of the stuff, I'm not really feeling. Like, again, like Donnie said, don't give up 8 sacks. Like, it doesn't matter how bad the officiating is. You give up 8 sacks, you're probably blue.
Durant?
This game specifically, they dragging it with the refereeing because, like Donnie said, the Texans, you shoot yourself in the foot that many times, you're gonna lose a game. Now, I will say, in the past, the referees be tripping when it comes to the Chiefs. I'll tell you that right now. I didn't see it too many times. They be tripping.
Karen?
Honestly, I'm not hearing that shit. Mahomes, this wasn't like a typical Mahomes playoff game. I don't even think he played that great. He was just fine. And your O-line is letting up 8 sacks to CJ Stroud, and your kicking team is terrible. You're just not going to win. I don't know if the penalties dramatically change the game, but it is what it is. I just think they lost to a better team at the end of the day. So,
yeah, I think the one crazy call Mahomes was trying to get though was wild though.
Bro, they gonna put a rule for that.
That was wild.
That is crazy. Now, if you'd have got blasted, come on, man.
All right, so look, chat. I got a question for y'all. For entertainment purposes, I want us to wait on these wild card games till the rest of the guys pull up. or just let it start happening because we have a middle segment talking about who made an All-Pro team. So I just want y'all to know, do y'all want us to talk about these games right now and get what we got to say?
I say we wait.
Oh, so we
Or
for sure waiting.
we want to
They're gonna want us to wait. I think we should wait. We gotta wait for them. We gotta wait for
Wait,
them.
wait, hold on. Let me see more real. Let me see more real. All pro first. All pro first. Wait. All right.
Okay. There we go. Yep.
I ain't mad at it.
We need Mookie.
Yeah. All right, bet. We're gonna wait. All right, we're gonna wait. So just go down this first team All Pro. Everybody's saying wait. Make sure chat. Look, we got 70 people in the chat. Make sure y'all like the stream.
Someone said wait for Dookie.
Make sure y'all like the video. Yeah, wait for Dookie. He said I'm frying Dookie regardless. Hey yo. All right, so look. I'm just actually. So does anybody got a problem with Lamar being first team All Pro?
I don't have a problem with it.
It's fine. I don't. It's 50-50. I don't care. But either or, I don't care.
I think obviously Saquon running for 2K, no issue.
Yeah.
The top three receivers for All Pro is Jamar, Jettis, and Monron. Anybody got a problem with that one?
No.
I think I'm fine with. Yeah, I'm okay with it.
I mean, I was gonna say like other people, but they got hurt. But
yeah, man. Like,
if they do this,
that'll be insane. Yeah, that'll be insane. That'll be insane precedent. That'll be insane precedent.
Hasn't that happened? Hasn't that happened before?
Yeah,
it happened in 2003 when they co-shared the MVP
with Manning and McNair.
I don't think it'll happen. The All Pro voters are the same voters for MVP. So
are they?
Most of them are. Like I know
because the AP because that's Associated Press. I didn't know. Is it only the Associated Press that votes for the MVP? Because I thought it was other people as well.
It's mostly that.
Like most of the voters for like Associated Press vote for MVP as well. Like there's like guys like Dan Orlovsky who doesn't vote for All Pro, but
my boy MJ.
Yeah.
How y'all feeling?
Where you at right now, MJ?
Bro, I'm at NYU.
You definitely like in the school library.
I don't read, but it's some books behind me though.
Yeah, I feel what you were saying. We just you kind of waiting, MJ.
Most people don't read 2025.
You kind of because we talking about the All Pros, just like who made All Pro quick. Just because these games is about to we got to talk about a lot. It's a lot of stuff to talk about. So we waiting until everybody really get in. A lot of stuff to talk about. Brock Bowers made first team All Pro. Anybody get issue with that?
No.
Nope.
Wait, you said who?
Brock Bowers.
Nah,
he's
my thing is with that though. So they honor like some of these guys like CD and who made like second team and stuff like that because they missed games, right? Mm-hmm. I think Kittle should have got the same, not first team though. That's just me though. Because I think Kittle was right behind Brock and everything, and he just missed 2 games. So
Kittle still had like 1,100 yards. So
no, there were 3 tight ends. There were 3 tight ends that had over 1,000 yards, and all of them had over 1,100.
Hey, he's the best tight end in the league. So
Kittle and McBride.
I don't think anybody got a problem with the first team with the Llamas with Tristan, Joe Tooney, Creed. Nobody.
I have a slight. I'm going to keep it quick. I hate that Quinn Miners is in there. Like I really don't like that. I would have thrown in Quentin Nelson. That's just what I would have done. That's my only.
You hate it?
No, I don't like it because I think Quentin Nelson had a.
I ain't mad at it. I mean,
I want to get to the defense part because I got to get to MJ on this, right? So look, we're gonna talk about we gonna get to the D lineman, of course, but we're gonna talk about these linebackers. And I saw you said something on your pod, bro. You think Zach Bond the best linebacker in the NFL?
For this year. I don't know why you laughing. For this
this year?
Hold up. Take the names out. Take my hoodie off. Take the names out. Take the legacy. We know Fred Warner on another level. You're talking about a guy off a fractured ankle. What are you doing? So he's different. Roquan Smith is different. Take the names out. Just take the production of what each linebacker is doing. If you put up Zach Bond's stats, interceptions, forced fumbles, tackles for loss, all that, with Roquan Smith and Fred Warner, you picking Zach Bond. My thing is, if Zach Bond's name was Fred Warner, and Emmanuel Acho said this, but like I said before him, But if Zach Bond's name was Roquan Smith or Fred Warner, bro, he'd be unanimous defensive player of the year. If not unanimous, the prohibitive favorite to win.
Unanimous, I don't know. Like, I think Fred Warner.
He's been like the best in regular season. Now playoffs, it's been Jalen Carter, but regular season, he's been the best player on the best defense rank in the league.
Unanimous.
I mean, if we're talking this season, that's fine.
Yeah, this season, yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah.
Talking as what they are as a player.
Oh, this season, yeah, I'm not talking legacy.
This season, yeah.
Okay, then that's fine. If you want to say he's the best linebacker this year, I don't have a problem.
I can agree that unanimous. I think before Fred fractured his ankle and Fred was on a tear,
I mean, if we're ranking overall linebackers, I mean, he's still
Before Fred's injury, he was like on number wise. Luke
he was on some. Yeah, he was on some.
I mean, if we're talking about the best linebackers in the league, like the top 5, no order, it's like Warner, Roquan, Zach, what's his face, Levante David, and then probably Matt Milano, probably when he's healthy.
Yeah. What the defense for the defense line with first team all pros? Anybody got a problem? It was Chris Jones, DT1, Cam Hayward, Myles Garrett, and Trey Henderson. Anybody got a problem with that?
No.
Nope.
Actually, I have one issue with the lineman. I thought George Mailata should have made first team.
You talking about the tackle? You talking about
if he wasn't on IR, he would have, bro.
Yeah, he probably.
That's probably, I don't know.
How many games did Dexter miss?
I'm biased.
Once Christmas hit, he was gone.
Oh, okay.
He was gone. And then the DBs is Pat Surtain, Derek Stingley, Marlon Humphrey, and then obviously the 2 interception leaders is Xavier McKinney and Kirby Joseph. Anybody got an issue with that one?
No.
I would have put Gonzalez over Stingley.
I'm about to say.
Oh yeah.
Stingley?
Who?
I would have said Marlowe. Stingley.
No, because they designed only a slot only. They don't do CB 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
1,
yeah,
2,
wait, McDuffie? And McDuffie get first too?
No, McDuffie got second team slot. I'm pretty sure, which I was fine with. But I think it's. I mean, you're flipping a coin between Gonzo and Stingley. Gonzo, I'm pretty sure Gonzo made second team, but both of them were fantastic this year.
Gonzo didn't make a team. I don't think. Oh, did Gonzo make second team?
Gonzo not make second team.
But, you know, since MJ's here, he only got a couple time. He can't stay with us the whole time, so we got to at least talk about his team. Eagles got it done versus them Rams. Saquon had a shady game in the snow. If not better, yeah, that's just, I don't know. Eagles running backs in the snow, man, it's just something about it. But y'all did give up 7 sacks, though. So I'm going to ask you, MJ, heading into this game versus the Commanders, are you worried at all about your O-line?
No, I ain't worried. I mean, I think there's definitely an advantage. And I mean, Trey, I mean, I know y'all play, so y'all can probably speak on it, but I feel like it's definitely an advantage for the defensive lineman in a snow game against the offensive lineman. I personally feel like that way. The conditions definitely played a factor. I got to give credit to Jared Verse. I mean, you talk that talk, you walk that walk. That's just simply what you did. So I got to give credit to him for that. Kobe Turner went crazy. And they got 7 sacks even when Brandon Fisk went out early in the game too. So they definitely showed up. Might have been 1 or 2 sacks that like Hurts was holding the ball too long, and like a couple questionable play calls from Kellen Moore. You're dropping back in your like 3 or 4 yard line. I'm like, what are we doing? That caused a safety. Now Goddard was wide open in the middle of the field, so I think blame can go all around there objectively. But I'm not worried about the offensive line. I think actually their worst game of the regular season, at least, was against the Commanders that second time. I believe in Jeff Stoutland. I believe in the offensive line. All the starters received all pro votes. I believe that they're taking it in. Hey, we didn't have our best game against the Rams, and we definitely had one of our worst games of the year against the Commanders that second time, and we're going to go ahead and show out. So I believe that. I think Luvu is somebody, he's been going crazy. He's a questionably dirty player. Had Didn't he do that? Didn't he like knock out golf for a little bit? Like, yeah, he been wild. I mean, it's football at the end of the day, but
Nah, he did
he
not.
been wild. He been wild a little bit. So gotta watch out for him. But I ain't worried about offensive line. I mean, overall, I don't think the Eagles blow him out, but I think it's like a 10-point. I ain't stressing. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was stressing at the end. I saw when Kellen Moore called that naked bootleg right after Saquon went 70 yards to the crib. 70 yards to the crib, and Hurts just came back from an injury. Why don't you? It's freaking 2nd and 6. Get a ball to Saquon. Wait, what's we doing? Like, but the Eagles are Kellen Moore proof. Kellen Moore proof. Like, it doesn't matter how bad he is, offensive line or whoever. Like they'll just go ahead and still overcome it. So yeah, I ain't really worried. I think we'll comfortably beat them. But if it is close, I will be a little bit shaky. But I think it's a comfortable window. Hey, and I'm Mookie not here, but he was talking about some of the Rams going comfortably beat him, blow him out. I'm like, where's you talking about, bro? And if Quinyon was in the whole time, we're talking about a pick because Isaiah Rodgers got bullied.
I ain't gonna lie, that was.
And DeMarcus Robinson just snatched it from him. So you had that. But yeah, ultimately, I think that we comfortably win though.
Okay. All right. First and foremost, sir, in the best interest of your stress levels, I need you to find the nearest wood surface and knock on it. Considering the fact you just said that the Eagles are Kellen Moore proof. Don't do that to yourself. I'm just letting you know right now. Just don't do that. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Now that we got that situated. In terms of the game, now that you bring that up, I do think in that game there was a little bit of a slanted advantage towards the defensive line, just because that specifically guys like Jared Verse, Kobe Turner, Byron Young, they win with power. That's their thing. It's hard to anchor and counter power when your ass is sliding up and down the field because you're playing in snow and you can't get no traction. Overall, I think part of the reason that they also gave up some of those sacks was also because Jalen ends up getting kind of twisted up during the middle of the game. He's got to wear the brace. He's not as mobile. They get to him a couple of more times. I think the bigger issue is just, again, guys not being open. Like, and the few times they do get open, we still got AJ Brown dropping passes.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
We need the offense to click. I don't think Jalen Hurts played a bad game. I also don't think he played particularly well. I don't think, if I'm being honest, across the board, with the exception of probably Jaden Daniels, I don't think really any of the quarterbacks played an exceptional game. But yeah, I think going forward, look, if the Eagles want to win a Super Bowl, give Saquon Barkley the ball as many times as you possibly can. Point blank, period, end of discussion. That is the bottom line here. You want to win, get him the ball.
All right, Donnie.
I mean, I'm a little worried about Philly. Like, I'm gonna, like I said, like what Trey said about the snow game and whatnot. All those guys win with power, and you're not wrong. That's what Verse does best. That's what Kobe does best. All those guys. It's just a little concerning, but I wouldn't worry about it too much with the Commanders. That defensive line isn't very good. To be honest, I don't really know how they're doing all this. Like, surviving with this defense. I mean, you could sit up there, and we'll get to the game later. Like, you can say maybe Detroit's defense was an absolute shell of themselves. But like, either way, it's still impressive what the Commanders are doing. I wouldn't be too worried about it. However, in the Super Bowl, when you're playing either Kansas City or Buffalo, then I'm a little more concerned. But Nah, for the NFC title game, this is a game they should win. I'm not too worried about it at all. And also, I do want to say this. I was the only person on here that said this game would be close and the Eagles would win because Mookie was out there saying the Rams would dominate, and most people were saying the Eagles would win by 2 scores. I thought it'd be a 1-score game, and that's what it turned out being.
Oh wait, I gotta say one more thing before anyone else jumps in. I keep seeing this narrative that every time Jalen Carter does anything positive, everyone just jumps out of their fucking jeans and is like, oh my God, how did we let the Eagles get Jalen Carter? You dumbasses. I'm going to say this one more time, and I'm going to say it slowly, so hopefully you imbeciles on the internet can understand this clearly. There was only one place that Bebe's kid was going to be able to. I'm sorry. He was involved in a street racing accident that ended someone's life.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it was wild, but I mean, you still got to think, bro. Jalen Carter on the Eagles, though, was crazy. Like, it still was crazy.
It absolutely is. Trent. Unfortunately, that was the only place he was going to go, and it not turn into a tragic story. The only reason why he went there is because so many of his OG, like literal, like not even
a lot of his Georgia teammates.
It's not even old teammates. It's specifically your old teammates who were your handlers, your OGs in the locker room. And at the time, you had a type A personality in Fletcher Cox who was like, hey, I'm the big dog here. I don't care what you did at Georgia. This is my shit. You come in here and you going to behave. If you don't, I'm going to punch you in your shit because you dealing with men around here.
Hey, but at least Jalen Carter one of the ones, though. He just need to tighten up.
It was also
that was the only place he was going to be able to. He was going to be able to go. That was the only place he was going to be able to go and it not crash and burn. So everyone, I get it. What if the Lions took him? Guess what? It was never going to happen.
No.
They didn't have the people in the locker room to do that at the time. That boy would have wilded out in Detroit. He would have been out there with Easy and Rio and the rest of them in some buff. Yeah,
you trolling.
Wilding in a music video and then would have got arrested and been in the same shit as Big Meech. He would have been what's his name?
Yeah, bro. I mean, like, but also too, not only he got drafted to a team that got Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Kelsey to a lesser extent, on offense, but like also they drafted like several of his homeboys at Georgia, like Nakobe Dean, 2022.
The leader,
Nolan Smith, Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter have been on another level. And I had some questions about how he letting go of Hassan Reddick. This is why he let go of Hassan Reddick, because you got a guy on a rookie deal in Nolan Smith that has, top 3 in pressures, top 3 in sacks, all that. I mean, he's on another level right now. So he's also got his homeboys with him too. That's going to keep him in check.
Dude, you already went, right?
No.
You said what?
No.
Donnie.
Donnie, go ahead.
No, I already went, dude. Exactly.
Yeah, so good. Do go ahead. My fault.
It was the Eagles went the Rams. Against the Commanders, I'm not too worried because I don't think they had nowhere near the talent the Rams online had, and I'm just like Donnie said, we already had a bad game. I mean, like MJ said, we already had a bad game against the Commanders, and you had this game against the Rams. I think you're gonna make it an emphasis to make sure the O-line stays a little bit cleaner. So I don't think they're just going to that game. They're gonna be that unprepared. Now they are. I mean, at that point, that's when I started the questions. I mean, this is a question of the Super Bowl game. Then we can start being a little bit more worried. But against the Commanders team that lacks the talent the Rams have, I ain't gonna be too worried.
Karen?
I would be worried about Jalen Hurts' health. I think like when he took more of the sacks, he looked less immobile, really. That's really the only thing I would worry about. But you got arguably the best defense in the league, got the best running back, got arguably the best O-line left. But there should be no reason you shouldn't go to the Super Bowl. I'm just worried about this passing offense and like Jalen Hurts' mobility. But That's really it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this game to be that close. Especially, I thought they was gonna lose after Puka caught that ball. I'm not gonna lie, thought they was gonna lose, but we gotta get out though. But I'm not gonna lie though, bro. Can we just for like, can we chill in the Jalen Hurts hate gimmick though? Because I feel like his hate is ridiculous. Bro.
Kieran,
I feel like the Jalen Hurts
saw
hate
your
gimmick
video.
No,
Talk
Kieran
about some Will Levis. I done saw you. No, get your camera on. Get your camera on. No,
Will Levis?
Explain it because I saw that, John.
Kieran got a different type of hate you need to explain too, though.
Kieran, what did you say?
I said that if Jalen Hurts was on any other team, he'd be viewed as Will Levis. He's not a good quarterback.
Come on.
Yeah, you got it.
That's asinine.
But this is a crazy hate gimmick.
Dude,
How is
Will
Jalen-
Levis, do you understand
Jalen-
how bad Will Levis
People
is?
was
No.
No, MJ. I'm gonna be actually like for real for a second. What do you see in Jalen Hurts that he's a good quarterback?
A good quarterback? Already, like, I think people have selective amnesia sometimes where they only see 2024 and be like, oh, they hiding something from him. Like 2022, he was him. 2023, they started 10-1, and after they beat the Bills in overtime, it was, well, Jalen Hurts is the most clutch quarterback in the league. All these comebacks, double-digit comebacks, he's carrying this team. And they went to that collapse because of the defense and Matt Patricia, who I don't know where he's at right now. I have no idea where he's at. Don't got a job nowhere. And he was the defensive coordinator after they overreacted when the 49ers spanked them. So I think people look at his like lack of production passing wise and say, well, he's not this, he's not that. But we saw in the divisional round, each team that won got outgained, whether it was the Ravens outgained the Bills, whether it was the Texans outgained the Chiefs, whether it was the Lions outgained the Commanders, whether it was the Rams outgained the Eagles. And I feel like sometimes people look at the box score and they don't see, A.J. Brown missed, or he just flat out dropped a dime in his breadbasket. That is 7 points on the board going into halftime. Devontae Smith, before I go, Devontae Smith caught a ball, and then Akello Weatherspoon or whatever, like he had a personal foul hit on him, so that was 15 yards, but that don't count for a pass. Dallas Goedert had like a 30-yard run, and then Mekhi Becton was upfield that got brought back. So look, I'm not saying he's like a pocket passer like Matthew Stafford, but like he be winning games. Like he be winning games. He contributes to winning.
I hope he wins games with that team.
Hold on. I don't even think you have to do that. Kieran, you said he's not a good quarterback. So you mean to tell me he doesn't do anything good as a quarterback?
What does he do good as a quarterback?
Hold on.
So he's not a good instructor quarterback. Wait, no. Hold on, Trey. He's not a good instructor quarterback.
No.
How is he not?
I mean,
He doesn't have good accuracy. Yes, Jalen Hurts is literally a good instructor quarterback. He doesn't have good accuracy because that's
good.
You said he's not a good quarterback. For you to not be a good quarterback, that means a lot of the traits that you bring in, you don't do that at a good level.
I'm gonna be real honest. Why isn't the Eagles like so much the favorite? I think it's because of Jalen Hurts in the passing game. If Jalen Hurts, if like a guy like Kyler Murray had this situation, I guarantee you they'd be the favorite to win the Super Bowl. If Justin Herbert was on this team, I think they would easily win the Super Bowl. The reason why Jalen Hurts, the reason why the Eagles are not the favorite by like everyone metric is because of one, Kellen Moore, and two, Jalen Hurts. He holds onto the ball way too long. He takes too many unnecessary sacks. Like, I don't understand why this perception.
Are the Eagles not the favorite right now?
No.
They're literally the odds-on favorite.
No, I'm pretty sure.
I
I
just saw both for the Eagles are now the favorite to win the Super Bowl.
I don't think they should be.
You just said why are they not the favorite, and then when I tell you they're the favorite, you think they should be.
Yeah, I'm checking.
I mean, look. I mean, if you think the Chiefs or the Bills, I'm not.
I think the Bills and Chiefs. I think
Well, the Bills, both those rosters are also significantly worse than the Eagles.
No, like they worse. Like if
He
you
said
want to
he's-
say like Josh Allen or Mahomes, like they'll just go Superman.
Bro, my issue is, bro, you're saying he's not good. Like,
By the way,
that's
I
a
looked
bad-
at. By the way, I
Is he
looked it up.
good?
I looked it
Well,
up.
Jalen Hurts
He has a
Jalen
very
Hurts
good
really has
deep
good
ball.
accuracy. He's a good instructor quarterback. We all know he can run the ball well. We don't even have to explain that part.
I don't know
Now
how I
say
would
Jalen
say.
Hurts is not a good accurate quarterback.
You know he has an NFL playoff record of 6 straight games with no interceptions, and he tied that joint with Patrick
This
Mahomes.
off the basic level. You about to say Jalen Hurts doesn't have good accuracy? We go just like
No.
sit there and lie. You're
You think
literally
Jared
lying.
Goff
for
has
no
good
reason.
accuracy?
Yes, I don't like Jared Goff. Yes, are we serious?
Yeah, Jared Goff.
And Hurts clear
Are
golf.
we
You saw
trolling?
that
Y'all know I
clear
don't
cut.
like Jared Goff.
What-
You never say he doesn't have good
No,
accuracy.
dude, I got
We
some.
lying.
You
Shit
got
bad
it. You
gimmick.
got it.
And y'all know I don't even rock with Jared Goff at
I mean,
all. What are
Jared-
you
I
lying
mean,
for?
I'm sorry, Jalen Hurts
How
and
does
Jared
Jared Goff not have good accuracy?
because
What are you
because
talking
his-
about?
I mean,
his
there's
outside
different.
shot
I
is
mean,
terrible.
there's parts of the field where Hurts struggles at. Like
He
I
was
still,
15 for 20, and he had multiple drops in the game.
I still don't think
He was
Hurts is,
also
like,
the
some
reason why they were
amazing,
not
like,
blowing them
overrated
out.
thrower.
He took
Like,
too
I
many
would-
unnecessary sacks.
How
Nah,
is he
was
the
not the reason
reason
why they
though?
weren't blowing them out. You're literally lying.
If
Well,
AJ
Karen,
Brown
Karen,
catches
he
the
took-
pass,
Karen, he
they're
took-
up by
You're
10
literally
for the
lying.
halftime.
This is
He took a lot of
gimmick.
sacks because he was also hurt. I think that's kind of unfair.
But the Eagles
No,
O-line was
but,
still
like-
getting destroyed. What like all them sacks were on Hurts?
He
They would
said
get
too,
like
bro.
cover sacks happen, bro, and not
But-
every cover sack is on the
I'm gonna say
quarterback.
Makai Becton really got pushed on his ass. By
Like,
Jared Goff.
like
Come on,
cover
man.
sacks happen, bro. Let's like
No,
that's
I'll
what-
give
that's what I'm
you-
saying. What
No,
are we
I'll
saying?
give you Karen, bro. But I'll give you like that safety, even though Cam Jurgens like got cooked. Like I'll give you like Dallas Goedert was wide open in the field. Like I'm not saying like I'll be objective, bro. Like I'm not saying like he's Lamar, and even though I hate it, but like he's not Burrow, he's not Mahomes, he's not Allen. Like week in, week out. But like I do think any given game when he's hot, bro, when he's hot. But like the
That's a lot
other
of
tier
quarterbacks, though.
quarterbacks are like the Goffs, the Darnolds, the Bakers, Tua, Dak. Oh, he cleared. Jordan Love, he cleared, bro. And Will Levis,
my
that's
thing-
that's
like, the thing is,
yeah,
and the thing, and the
Levis is
and the
literally
thing
about to get
AJ,
replaced by Cam.
I don't
Newton.
even,
Like,
I don't even care if you think all of them quarterbacks is better than Jalen Hurts. I don't care. You said he's not good. That is a lie.
Yeah, he's still a good quarterback. He's for sure
that
not
is
Will
a
Levis.
lie.
He's not Will Levis. He's
So
not
what
Will
you
Levis,
see
man.
from
Yeah,
after he
Will
broke
Levis
down
is-
2022 to now, saying he's not good is a bad lie. Like that's a lie. If we're gonna
You
separate
would
lie
love
about
to have a
quarterbacks,
Hurts on the
Jared
Steelers.
Goff and Jalen
It's
Hurts.
a
are the
lot like
same
how
too.
he said-
I think they're average quarterbacks.
they're both good quarterbacks.
Yeah, they
I
both good.
disagree.
What?
Kieran, how many
How many good quarterbacks are there?
Hold on. Kieran, how many
What? You
good
said what?
Hold on, Kieran, how many good quarterbacks are in the league?
I'm about to say because
I think there's like
Like, you
7.
gotta say like
Oh, yeah.
are we-
There's 7. Okay, then that's different logic.
yeah, yo.
7 is
Who's
only
the
7
7?
good quarterbacks.
Who are
That's-
your 7, bro?
That's crazy.
Patrick Mahomes.
You want to say there's 6 elite quarterbacks, fine, or 7.
Cool.
I think
There's
there's,
mad
I think
good
there's 4
quarterbacks.
tier 1 guys.
I think Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar, Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, Matthew Stafford, Justin Herbert. That's like 7 or 8.
Yeah, it's Herbert.
Okay.
You need to lock in?
Man.
And you think the rest
That's just
are
me.
like-
That's just me.
No,
that's just me. I ain't
MJ,
gonna
we
guess.
did it last week. We ain't doing
You
it.
think the rest are just not good? Like that's what it makes sense to me. You think the rest are just not good? Like what?
Wait. But the thing, my annoying part is he's bringing up elite to great quarterbacks.
That's what I'm saying. Like
He's saying after that they're not good.
what? Like is it lead or bust? Like what the fuck? That's how we think.
Wait, no, I'm so confused. Wait.
Yeah, no, that is, bro.
Hey, so
that
After
is,
the
bro.
top 8, the rest are just below average. Average.
Hey,
No,
That's
no,
what we're saying.
no. I think some are. I think there's legit like 8 good quarterbacks. I think some are above average and some are average. That's what I'm saying.
Hey Trey, what's worse? What he saying right now, or when he said
Because
Mike
y'all
Tomlin
told
should have been fired
is
since
Dak
2017?
where is Dak in this? Is Dak
Which one's worse?
where is Dak a good quarterback?
He's a quarterback with limitations.
He's young.
He's an
Hey,
above
that's not
average.
the question. That's not the question. Actually, is Dak a good quarterback? Yes or no?
I mean, after this season, probably not.
What?
He got hurt. Yo, he was in the
hurt. That's so
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
crazy.
You're about to use an injury and say he's
Using the injury is crazy. It'd be way worse if you would have said you don't think he's good in general.
I think I think Dax is an above average quarterback. I don't think he's like
You
good.
literally
That's
said
not
Dak
good. Is
Prescott was
above
a
average
good
not
quarterback.
good? Is that not the definition of good? Above average?
You literally said Dak Prescott was a
That's
good
basically
quarterback.
good. That's basically good.
You
I
literally
want
said
to
Dak Prescott.
I'm gonna be honest. I just don't want to call everyone good. I'm sorry. Like I don't
You
want to.
don't okay. You don't want to, but the reality is we are in an era where a lot of people are good. This ain't the 2000s quarterback pool.
Yeah, this is a
We're
deep quarter-
actually
it's a
top
deep-
10,
yeah.
top 8. It's a bunch of caca.
Like Trevor Lawrence might be like Trevor Lawrence might not be in the top 15.
I think the most egregious one was I'm not letting off the hook, bro. You was saying Kyler Murray would be a more prohibitive favorite? Kyler Murray?
Yeah,
on the Eagles?
Kyler Murray?
I ain't mad at that.
Way
On
better
the Eagles?
playmaker than Jalen
On
Hurts.
the Eagles, he said
I'm
Kyler
not
Murray
mad-
would
I'm
be
not
a
mad.
more prohibitive. Like the Eagles are not.
I don't know if
the Eagles are the favorite
they should
now.
be the favorite to me. Yeah, they're a favorite, but
I'm saying he
Kyler
said
Murray
that
is
if
better
Kyler
than
Murray
Jalen
was on the team, they would be like
I agree.
the odds on like way super favorite.
I'm not allowed to say anything about this, so I'm not going to say
It's
anything.
crazy.
yes, I do. Kyler Murray is better than Jalen Hurts.
I agree.
Like,
I mean,
he does everything better.
Kyler's more talented, whether you want to admit it or not. Like
I do.
I say
Like
Kyler
you said, I
Murray-
like you said, I think he does everything better.
Kyler's a better
That's
arm.
Jalen Hurts.
Like Kyler's a better
Nah.
arm. Kyler's more.
I don't know what I'm
accurate
getting
out
with
of
this
the
one.
arm.
Rose ain't
Kyler's better
Kyler.
out of structure. Kyler has a
but
bigger
you're saying
arm.
the
Kyler's
hot
more
and cold.
athletic. Like if we're talking about tools, Kyler's faster. He got a bigger
Kyler
arm. He's
does
more accurate outside the
everything better than
numbers.
Jalen Hurts
His
physically.
pocket presence is better. Like all this stuff. And
Kyler
both
is
of them
better.
aren't
All of
very
the
good over the
physical
middle.
stuff,
Neither of them are very good over the middle.
The physical
hold on,
stuff,
go ahead.
Kyler Murray is better than Jalen Hurts at everything. He's more explosive. He's arm talent. He does everything better.
I don't think he's better over the middle.
No, he's physically more gifted, but what, bro? As an NFL quarterback, you picking Kyler Murray over Jalen Hurts?
Yeah,
100 times out of 100 times.
yes. I think he's just a better version.
Kyler's just more talented. It's just that's
I really think he's just
Kyler's
a-
more
I don't know.
talented.
What
And the
does
funny
talent
part
mean if
But
you
that's
don't
okay
put it on
though.
the
That's
field?
fine.
What does talent mean?
Hold on. Kyler played every game this year.
Kyler did play every game this year.
Kyler played every game this year. Oh
But
yeah,
wasn't
like
he
he tore his
affected on
ACL a
the
couple of
field,
seasons
though?
ago, but like that's a freak accident. That doesn't like Brady tore his ACL. Who cares? Like that's
He
a
did?
freak accident. He's back to where he was now.
And the thing is, bro,
Brady tore his
and the funny
ACL
part
after his
is, bro,
07 season. He tore it in
And
LA.
the, and
Oh,
the,
that's
and
what
the
I remember
wild
that
thing
shit,
about it, and the thing is about this, bro, I don't even care for the Kyler Murray better than Jalen Hurts because there are two.
Hurts
good
not being
quarterbacks.
good is yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
They're
don't
both
care.
good. Yeah, they're both good. Yeah.
Saying
They're both
Hurts
good
isn't
quarterbacks.
good is a lie. Like from what you said, what do you say? We saying he doesn't like. I don't get
I
it.
just think. I mean,
Hey Trey, it's not like he said he wasn't good. He
Hurts-
said if he didn't,
Hurts
he
is
went on the
above
Eagles, he'd
average.
be Will
He said he
Levis.
doesn't do anything good outside of running. Basically, that's what he just
He
said.
said he'll be Will Levis. You know
Nah,
how
I
bad Will
wouldn't
Levis
say
is.
Like
Yeah,
we've
Yeah, that's
seen,
a
like,
troll, bro.
I think if you want to be a good quarterback, you need to show flashes of like a top like Kyler and Hurts. Like whether you crap on him or not, Hurts was an MVP candidate in 22. Kyler was at one point a MVP front runner before he got hurt. Like we've seen these guys play MVP football. So I don't know, man.
I mean, Hurts to me is he's above average, but that's all he needs to be on that team. So it's cool.
I just don't understand that.
I don't think
He
there's
doesn't
only
do-
7 good quarterbacks. I don't agree with that.
That's like,
I think there's a lot of good quarterbacks. It's just
There's
How many-
about like
I think there's about there might be like 20 good quarterbacks.
yeah,
20,
probably.
Maybe it might be about 20.
20, not 20, probably like 50.
20,
probably
Good. It might be about 20.
20's 25 pushing it.
Geno Smith
Nah,
like
yeah,
Geno Smith like
There's
QB 18.
probably 20 good quarterbacks.
Is
I mean,
Geno Smith a good quarterback?
Geno Smith like QB 18, QB 17. That's a good quarterback.
That's where you start teetering. Like that's where you start
No,
teetering.
but I think that's good
Geno,
though. I think it's good.
I'm making a list right now of quarterbacks I think are good.
Above
So
average.
I just
Okay.
like I said, I don't get how
Above average.
Hurts is not a good
Hey, what's
quarterback.
right?
Karen, you still here?
Hold
Yo,
on.
Karen, you still here?
Yeah, I'm not feeling
I
it.
gotta jump.
No, like, no,
Wait,
like,
He's been sick. He's been
Oh,
sick.
yeah, I feel what you're
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's been
Look,
sick.
I gotta jump in on this because this just pissed me off. This whole situation pissed me off, and it pissed me off because words mean things. This is the problem. No, dead ass. This is the problem that I have. I'm pulling my old head card. I'm really cool. I'm leaning into unk status right now.
Lena?
Yeah, I'm leaning into status right now. This is the problem with motherfuckers Kieran's age. Y'all want to redefine what certain words mean. Like mid doesn't mean trash or below average.
It's average.
Like mid average.
It's really just
mid was cool. It got you through. It got you through whatever. It came from people talking about smoking mid. Mid ain't good. No, that's really
that's what's wrong.
Yeah.
It gets you to where you want to get, but it might not take you way there, but it's gonna get you what you want.
It'll get you high. It won't put you next to Jesus sandals, but it'll work.
Yeah.
But over the course of time, motherfuckers want to redefine what the hell shit means. I'm sorry, Kieran. You might not want to call people good, but that's your personal problem. The reality is, to say that there's only 7 good quarterbacks in the league is crazy. And to say that Jalen Hurts isn't good, you're crazy. He's a good quarterback. Is he great? No. Is he very good? He can be at times. He's a good quarterback. By definition, he is. Don't care. The sum of his parts equal good.
Yeah.
Dak
is a good quarterback. Goff is a good quarterback. Like, all of those guys are good quarterbacks, and that's fine. Baker Mayfield, I think he's a good quarterback.
Baker Mayfield, good quarterback.
Redefine words because you want to be special. Stop that shit. The English language is the English language.
Hey, Kieran, can you do me a favor? Can you tell me what Jalen Hurts does really bad? Since you say he's really not good.
I didn't say he does shit really bad. I just don't think
you said he's not good, so that would you would have to know why he's not good. No, don't ask the question with the question. Answer what he doesn't do well.
Oh, no. MJ and Eagle, besides winning, what does Jalen Hurts do?
Don't ask the question with the question. I asked you, what does he do so bad? That's what I asked you.
He's not good over the middle.
I don't
think
he's good over the middle. But
you're
besides,
I wouldn't say that's so bad.
A good default. What does he do?
Compared to some, I mean,
you're not answering a question. If I told you what Justin Herbert's bad at, I could tell you Justin Herbert chokes in big moments. I could tell you Justin Herbert struggles when pressure gets in his face. I could walk you through why I think a quarterback's not good. All I'm asking you. Hold on, Donnie. All I'm asking is tell me why you think he's bad.
Jalen Hurts the entire time in the fucking playoffs can play like a game manager, but Justin Herbert has to do everything for his team to fucking do anything on offense. I don't want to fucking hear that Justin Herbert chokes in big moments when Jalen Hurts has to do the fucking bare minimum to fucking win. Kyler Murray has to do everything for his team to fucking win. Jalen Hurts does not do that. Shut
what
up.
happened in 2023?
Hold on. Justin Herbert had a defense that gave him how many turnovers in a game, and then he lost in the second half when he had to do everything correct. He had to do everything correct. In a second game where he had to push and actually do something to put stuff on his back, he didn't look good. He got blown out in that game.
Eagle Nation, right? I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to go back to 2021 where he had 5,000 yards, 38 touchdowns.
You're talking regular season. That's not pressure. That's not pressure. That's not pressure. That's regular season. I've seen Aaron Rodgers look great in the regular season, and y'all tell me he's a choke artist in the championship game.
Herbert now. That's what we're doing?
You're
comparing Aaron Rodgers to Justin Herbert?
We're comparing. You're trying to take a name versus what they're doing. I'm telling you, when someone's telling me a quarterback is not good, let me finish, because I didn't cut you off. When a quarterback is not good, there's reasons why they're not good. If you're just saying, what does he do good? And I'm asking you, what does he do bad? And you can't tell me anything. That leads me to believe you don't have a narrative or a reason to actually believe he's bad other than, oh, it doesn't look pretty. It doesn't look good.
It's a look. And it's cool.
I don't. To be honest, I don't think Hurts does a lot good. I don't think he does anything bad, but I don't think
he does anything elite other than running. I won't say he's elite in anything, but I'm not going to sit here and say he's a bad quarterback.
I think that's the issue. Kieran, that's why
there's only like 2 elite runners.
Hold on, Donnie. You say he's not an elite runner when he had Miles Sanders with a great O-line. I'm not taking that away. When you have Miles Sanders,
Eagle Nation, there were two elite runners. There were two, maybe three elite runners in the NFL. And those names are Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Jaden Daniels.
No, that's easy.
Again, let me repeat. Let me repeat. The Eagles offense since Jalen Hurts has gotten there has been a top 5 rushing team with Miles Sanders, hurt offensive lineman, and DeAndre Swift. Saquon Barkley is phenomenal. We have a great O-line. I'm not taking nothing away. The reason why our O-line has always looked phenomenal is because the back end has to honor Jalen Hurts as a runner. When Jalen Hurts decides to take off and actually plays like he's a runner, what happens? Everything opens up.
Okay,
you have many
44 yards to the crib, right?
Okay, let me ask you something real quick. When I'm going to use my team, when the Cardinals' rushing offense is top 5 in EPA and it's graded top 5 on PFF, with running backs like James Conner, and then you have Kyle in the backfield. Is that an elite runner? Because they were.
Is it sustained?
Runner?
Is it sustained for more than 1 year?
Not an elite runner.
Is it sustained for more than 1 year?
Kyler's been hurt.
That's my point. When you're saying somebody's an elite at something and he gets hurt doing exactly what he's supposed to do, that means he's an elite. When somebody's doing something every single year for multiple years at a high level,
he didn't miss a game. Kyle did not miss a game this year.
Yes, 1 year. 1 year. Congratulations. That's why I said, is this sustainable? 1 year. 1 year.
Healthy, he's a leader runner.
Could I?
You present 1 year.
Eagles Nation. I could literally say Jalen Hurts as well has also missed games, and that's simple.
And they're still top. They're still top.
That's simple. Just because you miss games, does not. That's literally say. That makes no sense. So you miss games that low is what you are as a player. That makes
what I'm saying.
No sense.
Listen to the words I'm saying. Sustainable. Every year, every single year, Jalen Hurts has been the starting quarterback. They have been a top 5 rushing offense every year, to include when he's hurt. Every year. Every year.
Did you say including when he's hurt?
That's your argument.
Again, so when is he hurt?
You literally just said they're a top 5 offense when he's on the field.
So when Jalen Hurts is hurt, listen to what I'm saying. When Jalen Hurts is hurt, he's missed, I think, 3 games at most in a season. And they're still top 5 rushing. Those games that he's out, that offense struggles very much. You can look at the Saints game when he did not play. When we had backups then. You can look at this year. Our rushing attack outside of Saquon Barkley, when he breaks one against Washington and then struggles the rest of that game, looks pedestrian. You cannot sit here and tell me that a quarterback who does something every single year he is there, who does it every time, no matter what, keeps the offense, no matter who the pieces are in place, a certain way, is not elite at that elite aspect. I'm not saying he's an elite quarterback, but he's a very elite runner.
Is that not
Then let me ask. Let me ask you this then. How many elite runners are there?
There's like, bro. I'll put it in.
Hold on. Hold on. Trent, go ahead, because I want to hear what he says. How many elite runners?
We have Lamar, we have Josh, we have Jalen, we do have Kyler. I never said Kyler wasn't an elite runner. Trying to think who else.
Jaden.
I would say, I mean, he's not, by my definition, no, only because it's not sustained. It's only 1 year.
All right.
Okay.
That's cool.
That's I literally been saying it's not sustained.
I mean, yeah. You know, I disagree with it. I mean, that's just logical. I mean, I
don't know. Maybe I'm just more strict about it. I don't know.
I'm also saying no matter who the offensive coordinator is, when we were crucifying the offensive coordinator last year, we're even crucifying Kellen Moore this year. The one constant is that we have a very good rushing attack, no matter who the running back is, no matter who's retired, hurt on the offensive line, we still are able to run the ball. We are still able to do that because we've seen with Jalen Hurts.
But like Eagles Nation, there's a very easy explanation why. When you have maybe the greatest offensive line coach in NFL history,
I'm not downplaying that. I'm not saying Tom Brady was great because he had Gronk and Randy Moss though as well. I'm not going to take away what you have to made you great. That would be asinine to say. These are the benefits he has. The only thing that Jalen Hurts struggles with, honestly, that he's terrible at is processing, which is a very big thing for a quarterback. But that's the only thing he's actually terrible at.
Any offense with a hyper mobile quarterback that runs a lot of read option is going to be an elite runner. Because
that's my point.
Just that aspect makes your offense sustainable to run the ball.
But look, though, and I don't want to get off track because I still need Karen to answer this question. So, Karen, to you, what does Jalen Hurts not do good? I need you to answer that before we even get to all the other things.
I think he holds onto the ball way too long, and also I think he takes too many unnecessary sacks. I think
that's the same thing.
Oh, is there more? Is there more?
That's not really the same thing.
I mean,
his pocket presence is trash.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the reason why, like, sometimes the Eagles are in these games.
And he locks his eyes on one. He's a one-read quarterback.
Hold on, Mookie. I need Karen to answer. So Karen, my fault.
All right, my energy is really bad right now.
I understand it. I know you said just you good. So,
I mean,
what's his name? So you said he takes too many sacks. What else?
I think sometimes he walks onto one side of the field too much, and I think I'm not going to call him trash over the middle of the field, but I would like it to be better.
Man, he's mid in the middle of the field, man.
Hold on. But hold on. Okay, which is fine. But okay, so I'm gonna say this again. So three things makes him not good.
I think, but again, those are like three things big for a quarterback.
Right.
Yeah, but there's other things that can make.
They lost the game. Why do you that you said lost the game though?
You have a stacked team, MJ. I can't lose in the game.
Winning games and losing games, you can do that when you have number one defense and all those weapons. Y'all legitimately, y'all legitimately won that game. Y'all won that game.
Generational offensive line
of Saquon Barkley. Yeah. That is why y'all won. He struck out twice. That's
can
why
I ask y'all?
Also, no. The other reason they won too.
Win games when Jalen Hurts is not doing. It's the same thing.
Can I ask a question?
Jimmy G was winning football games.
The weather really played in
that
effect.
Fine.
Can I last year when the Eagles had the 28th ranked defense, they had a lot of stuff going on where people were saying the offense was carrying. Congratulations, Mookie. The Saints haven't been relevant in years. Anybody not talking about
the Eagles? Not deflected. We put y'all in the postseason.
When's the last time y'all were in the postseason, Mookie? Like, go ahead somewhere. Anyways, when the narrative was that the defense was terrible for the Eagles last year, they didn't know what they were doing. That Jalen Hurts was carrying this offense until, like MJ said, after that Bills game, where it just all fell apart after that. Even with a terrible offensive coordinator, Jalen Hurts was doing all that. Was that the elite team that was carrying him? Or was that him deciding, hey, because one thing Jalen Hurts does not get credit for is his pre-snap reads. He is able to do that. He's terrible while the play is going on. He can't do something while the play is going on. He locks in. He doesn't know who to trust. When he throws it to AJ, he's scared because the narrative for a while earlier this season was he turned the ball over so much. So what did he do? Now he's so cautious with the ball, he doesn't do that. Now if it's not wide open, he doesn't want to, because what happens when you have an elite defense, elite running back? All I have to do is game manage down the field and we'll still win. I don't have to go win. But y'all act like he's never done it. That's what it'd be different if this was a player we've never seen done it. We've seen him do it. We've seen him take over games.
You point to last year, and he still had AJ Brown elite. He still had Devontae Smith elite. He still had an elite offensive line. Like you said, he makes the run game good. Now, the thing with Jalen Hurts, he turned the ball over a lot last year when he was asked to carry. I'm not talking about wins and losses. I'm talking about what he puts on tape. Jalen Hurts turns the ball over when he has to take a lot of dropbacks and make big boy throws. That's just what it is. And that's okay. Like, that's okay. It's just that's his
season. No, he just lied.
But that would also be almost every quarterback, though. That would have been almost when Josh Allen was asked to start doing that and stop caring about the ball. Josh Allen was turning it over until he became mindful of his turnovers. I'm not comparing those two. I know Josh Allen is better.
Y'all are comparing.
No, we're not doing that because Josh Allen. Hold on, we're not doing that because Josh Allen was still top. I don't know if he was number one, but he was still top near the league in big time throw rate this year. And
I'm not saying he's. I'm not saying
that with Josh Allen.
Again, I'm not trying to say that Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts are in the same conversation. I'm saying when a quarterback understands that everything is on their shoulders and they try and force the ball, i.e. Justin Herbert in the playoffs this year, things happen bad. When you understand I don't have to force and I can punt the ball, I can do other things and eventually take my opportunities when they're easier, then they do. When Jalen Hurts was forced to do it, he literally was carrying an offense that was damn near number one with a defense that was 28.
Where?
Just turning.
What do you? I guess.
What
do
is he
you mean by
carrying them
carrying
to?
the offense? Because
he made them to the playoffs, Mookie. What are we talking? Your quarterback Joe Burrow couldn't do that this year with a bad defense.
This year.
Okay. Eagle Nation, we are not about to compare Hurts last year and Burrow this year because those two
Burrow had no winning game.
Stop just hearing the names. Stop hearing the names and not understanding.
You're overrating Hurts last year. It's simple as that. I'm sorry.
No, I literally. How am I overrating Hurts when that defense was literally people were laughing at it? The Patriots scored 35 damn near on them in week 1.
Because
he did not play Hurts throughout last season was not that good. I know he had moments of greatness. I will say, like a lot of those fourth quarters, he played well, which that's what leads to wins and losses. In the fourth quarter, he played. A lot of those games, if you go back and watch, he did not play good from first quarter to third quarter. But guess what? They were just in the game because they're uber talented roster. They can stay in those games. And in the fourth quarter, Hurts clutched up. I won't take that away.
A lot of double-digit comebacks, though, bro. Like,
I'm not taking away those comebacks from him. I'm just talking. This is the same thing like I have with Lamar. You can play well in the second half, but you don't play well in the first half. That's why you lose games. That can cause you to lose games. That's why at the end of the season, y'all were losing games because Hurts.
Bro, can I say something right quick, bro? Because this is just disgusting what we doing with this guy Jalen Hurts. Let's be honest, bro. And I'll be honest with y'all, bro. He is not that good, bro. The only reason why he's as a top 15 quarterback because like all the quarterback rankings are like, if you're going at lower end of 15 and 20, they ain't really that good. So it's like, let's put Jalen Hurts in that top 15 just because, like, just because. But bro, like Trent, this dude just literally sat there, drag it.
You dragging it.
What do you mean dragging it? What do you mean dragging it, bro? This nigga is not. Bro, there's so many flaws in Jalen Hurts' game I can literally point out. But the reason it's not showcased like this because he got an uber stacked roster. He got a generational O-line. He got Saquon Barkley. He got elite level weapons, bro. The man can literally sit in the pocket.
But you had the Rams
every single time.
You can't have both ways saying the Rams are gonna beat the Eagles convincingly and then say, well, Hurts got
amazing roster. Both ways. The only reason why the Rams lost that fucking game because they didn't have fucking control of the fucking weather. They was walking all through y'all.
Dookie, that weather report was out almost a week before the game, and you still made that prediction.
They was controlling y'all. They was up. They was moving the ball effectively. Soon as that weather started going out in the second half of the game, that's when everything started loose. They started turning over the football. They stopped running the fucking football.
We were winning in the first half.
And they started slipping.
How are they controlling the game? We were winning.
They were winning.
The Commanders gonna walk y'all down. Hold on.
Like he's just talking. How are the Rams controlling the game when we were winning?
Trent, this is what I'm saying. This is why I cannot stand Jalen Hurts Glazers. I don't even know there are any Jalen Hurts Glazers outside of MJ and Eagles Nation that y'all have to root for this guy. This guy is the weakest link of an elite level offense, bro. When I look at Jalen Hurts, bro, he's not. He locks his eyes on one side of the field. He's scared. Hold on.
Yeah,
he locks his eyes. Brock Purdy is a better processor than Jalen Hurts.
Purdy was the weakest.
He's more accurate than Jalen Hurts. He reads defense better than Jalen Hurts. He's a better passer than Jalen Hurts. So can I really call that a weak link? Can I really call that a weak link?
Logistic.
Can I call that a weak link? Can I call that a weak link?
Hold up, bro.
The only thing Jalen Hurts got is a deep ball, and he does a twist push. That's all he is. He's a twist push merchant, bro. Look, that's all he is.
Bro.
Hold on. You got Eagle Nation. Sit there and tell me that Jalen Hurts is elite in pre-snap when that man cannot fucking understand defense alignment on the
Processing is different than pre-snap. Processing is different than pre-snap.
He cannot understand when the fuck the blitz package is coming in, bro.
That's incorrect.
None of that shit. That's why he struggles under pressure. Jalen Hurts is literally one of the worst quarterbacks under pressure.
Again, because his processing is bad. Pre-snap is not. Dallas Goedert's touchdown against the Packers is because Jalen Hurts understood the blitz is coming. The running for Saquon Barkley was him switching that run to understanding that this is the play coming.
Hold on. Y'all gonna get put out this weekend by Jada Daniels. So you keep on chatting.
Oh, the Rams gonna blow us out too.
Beat by Jaden Daniels.
I'm sure.
On
Anyways,
Sunday
that
night.
came from the
heart.
I don't want to hear none of that.
This is a good point. This is a good point.
Rookie, that came from the heart.
Shout out, drink my water. Calling the worst player on the super team the weekly isn't saying much. That is a fact. Mookie, and also too. You calling him saying all that shit about Jalen
because he's holding.
You was taping crazy for Brock Purdy last year when he was the weakest league last year.
No, he wasn't.
Logistics.
No, but hold on. Hold on. Let me respond to that. This is the difference.
The right side of
the difference is that Brock Purdy intangibles scales more than fucking Jalen Hurts. So I can't really call it a weakness.
His intangibles.
Even though
we measure intangibles,
we measure intangibles better than some of the players on that offense. His intangibles scales more on an offense.
Hey, can I
intangibles with Hurts?
Yes.
Those are like top 3 intangibles.
No, the fuck you don't. Are you serious?
How do y'all measure intangibles? What is this? He got a better fiery speech.
This is what I don't care about.
What are we talking about?
I had to stop out there. Hold on.
This is why I don't care about intangibles.
Mookie, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Hold on. I might have to go get because you using some crazy buzzwords right now just to try to lob for Brock Purdy, bro. You trying to use crazy.
Hold on. I don't think Brock Purdy's
hold on. Brock Purdy, intermediate, more accurate, intermediate outside the numbers. He's a better anticipation thrower. He's a better processor, right? All that translate and scale more within the offense. Jalen Hurts, the shit that I just named is the shit that he struggles with, bro. That's why he's the weakest link. That's why he will hold down a goddamn offense, bro. And he sucks under pressure. Brock Purdy is better out of structure than Jalen fucking Hurts, bro.
Kyle Shanahan, of course. I mean, Kyle Shanahan.
Most quarterbacks struggle.
Even if
there's not a lot of there's not a lot of quarterbacks that are good under pressure. There's just because it's such an inconsistent thing. Like some season you can be great and then some you're not. There's not a lot of guys who are consistently good under pressure.
Mahomes is good under pressure.
Yeah, that's the
so the elites. So the elites.
Jaden Daniels good under pressure.
Mookie, how about you let me finish and then you can go.
Oh, Tom Brady can throw a good deep ball. Whoa.
Most of those guys struggle except the elite guys, the Mahomes, the Allens, the Burrows, the Lamars, all that stuff. Unless you're one of those guys, you're gonna have moments where you struggle under pressure a lot.
That's Jalen Hurts do, Donnie.
You can say that. That's fine.
Okay,
I'm a
Jalen Hurts hater, but yeah, he does. Yeah,
he's still struggling.
Mookie, you lied. Outside of the game last week, Jaden Daniels actually struggled against the Bucs like all other quarterbacks.
I go watch that Buccaneers game last year in the playoffs. This man, Jalen Hurts, panics when he was under pressure. The nigga had happy feet in the guy.
So does every quarterback.
No.
I watched Patrick Mahomes look like he was panicking when his tackles were bad.
If I put Jalen Hurts on the Panthers, I swear to God, he'd be the worst quarterback in the fucking league, bro. If I give him Bryce,
Derek Carr is reserved for that one.
I give him Bryce, I'll be looking at
wasn't even bad.
I'm asking you something.
We're just speaking in hyperboles this whole time. Like, come on.
What's the Jalen Hurts do at the
I mean, Eagle Nation. This is why I say, bro, this is a gimmick because you had Karen saying he beat Will Levis. Now somebody he beat worse. Like this is just a gimmick.
It's hyperbole. People are acting like we're saying Jalen Hurts is top 5.
Trent, stop it. This man flaws. I watch film.
Hey, Trent,
I watch tape.
Let me ask you, if he watches tape, you would have seen that
AJ Brown drop.
I swear.
Hey, Trent.
Okay, what do you think they will be doing?
Trent.
What were you saying, brother?
He's saying he watches tape, right? That game that the Rams would have clearly beat us, right? 7 points off the field because of AJ Brown, right? Lane Johnson, false starts. That's 7 points right there for Jalen Hurts. I think all of us could say, even with a bad knee, if you saw the tush push, he actually got in, right? There's multiple.
Jalen Hurts throwing to triple coverage on that goal ball to fucking goddamn AJ Brown.
He threw it in double coverage. Hold on.
What are you talking about?
Hold on. He threw it in. I don't have a reason to lie. He threw it in double coverage. Yes, a bad read. So we're gonna say every quarterback makes every great read every time. No, there's never been a quarterback. There's never been a quarterback that made a bad read thinking something was going to be open or trying to force feed your superstar.
Overrate Jalen Hurts because
like we're saying Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback,
bro. Like let's be honest, bro. He's not.
I've never heard of an all-pro being bad.
All pros are flawed. Any accolades in the NFL are flawed.
Everybody's flawed. Everybody's flawed.
Any accolades in the NFL are flawed. I don't care about it.
Talking about, bro.
Like, it makes no sense. No one's saying he is the best quarterback of this generation. People are saying he's a good quarterback. A quarterback that has taken a team to a Super Bowl, taken him to an NFC Championship, been in the playoffs every single year. He's bad.
Hurts was still able to be a great and elite with flawed play call.
Jimmy G was never an all-pro.
Name me a time where Jalen Hurts was ever been elite with flawed play calling, no run game, weak offensive line. Tell me a time when he's ever been like that.
We've never argued that he was elite.
Okay, I know that.
So what's your statement then? If I've never argued he's elite, what are you saying?
My argument is that he's ass.
So listen to the words you're saying. I'm going to argue that when he's been elite, when something happened, but that proves he's ass?
Name me when he's been good. Name me when he's been great.
The Super Bowl versus the Chiefs.
Notice what you just said. You tried to switch it and you tried to sneak it in there. Notice when he's been good, when he's been great.
Hold on. Mookie, explain the Eagles versus the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
One outlier of a game. Oh, yeah, I can explain that fumble that he changed.
Hold on, pause. Wait, time out. You can't do that. Time out. You can't do that because you used one game when Jalen Hurts looked his worst versus the Bucs.
I used multiple games.
Which ones?
He was bad in both games in the Buccaneers games.
You said what?
So his rookie start. So his rookie start in the playoffs versus the Super Bowl champions.
And 2 Buccaneers games in the postseason.
So
outside of that Mickey Mouse run that he had where he beat a weak Giants team, no offense, Trent, and he beat a 49ers team that was missing Brock Purdy and had running backs on the spinner. Like, bro, and he had that one outlier game. Jalen Hurts is not what y'all think he is. Y'all always trying
You are acting like we're saying he's top 5.
Y'all try to act like this man is like the conversation of top. MJ sat there and said that this man is a top 5 quarterback. That means he's a tier 1 guy.
I never said that.
Okay, so MJ, this is directed to you, my brother. Like, we all know the flaws that this man has in his offensive game, my brother. And if I put those good quarterbacks in there, MJ, you'll be sitting there saying Super Bowl every year because how great they are. But the fact that AJ Brown has came out there and said it, the fact that Squeaky came out there and said it.
Hold up. Here's my thing. How can you hate Hurts but like Brock Purdy? I can see if you if you don't like Hurts but don't like Brock Purdy, I'm like, all right. But it's no logical explanation of hating Hurts but loving glazing Brock Purdy. They're the same bull.
I've seen Brock Purdy back against the wall, lead his team twice. I've seen Brock Purdy against his back the wall.
It's really pick'em.
It's not the same thing.
How is not the same?
Because Brock Purdy is way better in structure.
What structure?
Hey, Mookie, about your
structure to play of the offense. He can.
I seen when Brock Purdy needed to win the game. He chose.
I do think Purdy much
better than Jalen Hurts.
I
seen when the season needed to be on Brock Purdy, they went down.
Can I just say something that's kind of
funny? I've seen Brock Purdy come back twice in the playoffs.
You talk about how important it is to do all this in-structure stuff, and I agree. It's obviously a very important part of playing quarterback. But how come the 4 remaining quarterbacks left are all at their best when they're out of structure that are in the playoffs? Mahomes, Allen, Jaden, and Hurts.
I disagree.
You disagree with what? You disagree with what?
I think Jaden Daniels is at his best when he's in structure.
Yeah, I'm so
I'm sure.
I'm sure. I disagree with that.
Yeah. And hold on, what other quarterbacks you name? Josh Allen. Well, if you look at Josh Allen this year, Allen hasn't been playing out of structure like that. He hasn't been asked to make these crazy plays out of structure. Like he's been in an offense
Dog, did you not Mookie? Did you not watch the Lions game at all?
That's one game. Name another one.
Did you not watch the Rams game at all?
Since we got everybody here,
most of his games. Hold on. Most of his games are asked to be in structure. They're not asking. They're not asking Josh Allen to use his legs like he did often.
Did you not watch the Denver game?
This is.
You're naming like 1 or 2 games.
I named 3 games.
I'm naming all the fucking games. I can name the fucking goddamn this game against the Baltimore Ravens. Most of that shit was in structure. I can name against the game against who they played against the Patriots. Most of that shit was in structure. I can name the game against the fucking goddamn what is it they played? I think they would play the Colts, I believe.
The reality is,
Mookie,
reality is you're going to have a high
Mookie,
percentage playing in structure than out of structure. You're not going to be like.
Here's the thing, Mookie. The games I said are the games where Josh Allen had to be Superman, and he's done that most of the year because without Josh Allen, the Bills have what, 6 wins.
So yeah, but the offense. Hold on. The offense has.
Last thing.
Hold on, but like I sat there and said, you sat there and said the 4 remaining quarterbacks are at their best at out of structure play. But if that's the case, then tell me why all the quarterbacks that have won Super Bowls, the proven player style in the postseason that have deep postseason success, are primary pocket passers and structure quarterbacks. There have never been a dual threat quarterback that has won a fucking Super Bowl.
Because we are in. Because
There
has never. Ever been an out of structure quarterback that has won a Super Bowl. The primary style is in
Russell Wilson literally won
in
a
the
Super Bowl.
pocket. Look, you're took, Gotti.
Russell Wilson literally won.
Yeah, Russell Wilson. Good point. Russell Wilson won a Super Bowl.
Look,
Russell Wilson
won a Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes.
Why?
Russell Wilson was more. Hold on. Russell Wilson.
Hold
on. Russell Wilson was not a dual threat. Russell Wilson was not a dual threat.
What?
No.
What did he say?
What did he say? Russell Wilson was mobile. He was not no dual threat. Stop.
What is a dual threat? What is a dual threat?
Yeah, it's true.
No.
A dual threat. Hold on. A dual threat quarterback. Hold on, Trent. A dual threat quarterback. Hold on. A dual threat quarterback is a quarterback that you literally have to design the offense to be able to run the football with their legs. Defensive coordinators are scheming these guys out to stop them.
That's what Trey was saying, bro. Y'all changed the definition of words for no reason, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Time out. I'm not gonna lie.
And run it down.
Yo, bro. This is what Trey was really just talking about before you got up.
Changing the definition of shit.
Definitions of words. If you
no, we're not. That's always been the thing.
Yo, bro. Because I'm gonna say this and we're gonna move on. If you can pass the rock and be a threat with your legs, you are by definition a dual threat quarterback.
No. Oh, nigga, that's like sitting there saying Joe Burrow is a dual threat quarterback.
It's not.
You said what?
He's not really a threat with his legs.
That's like sitting there saying Joe Burrow is a dual threat.
Joe Burrow a threat with his legs?
No.
Yeah, this year he was.
How the fuck is
his pocket presence, his legs.
Outside of one,
niggas see Burrow start running.
You saw Joe Burrow run for a 30-yard wide open touchdown.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Joe Burrow's ability this year. If you watch Joe Burrow this year, the best pocket passer in the league, his ability to move left, right, move up, elite level pocket passes, move down to the right, and then throw on the run. Like,
are you
his legs, he was using his legs more. That doesn't make him dual threat.
Mookie, what you're explaining is moving within the pocket. That's literally like saying Aaron Rodgers is a dual threat quarterback because he did the same thing. Hold on. Hear what you just said. You get cooked. Hold on. You just literally just sat there and said, if you a threat with your legs and you threat passing the ball, you a dual threat. That's stupid. Mookie, you just literally brought up Joe Burrow moving within the pocket. When we talking about dual threats, we are talking about guys who can run, first downs, 20 yards, 30 yards, get rushing yard. That's actually a dual threat where the defense.
Yes, but I've seen.
You're not running the option with Joe Burrow. You're not running the option with Joe Burrow.
I'm not.
Make it simple. Make it simple.
I'm not.
You guys can make it simple.
Now I'm cool.
Y'all can make it simple.
Run the football with his legs and get a tough yard. What are we talking about?
Trent, just make it simple. Trent, just make it simple.
There's never been a time where a defensive coordinator has been in a film room. He'd be like, "Yeah, we got to watch out for
that nigga.
Hold on. That's my point. You're proving my point.
Dookie.
You're proving my fucking point. You literally just fucking sat there and said that if you are a dual threat quarterback, you got to be a threat running the football and throwing with your legs. You got to be a threat with your legs and with your arms. That's a terrible definition.
Hold on.
Bro, it's niggas like Mookie and Helmer don't understand what evolution is, nigga.
Trent,
it don't make sense to me, bro.
Trent, let me ask the question. Hey,
hold on. To be a dual threat quarterback, offenses have to scheme your legs out. You gotta literally, they have to literally game plan you. I'm gonna put a QB spot. I'm do outside containment. I'm playing goddamn.
Was that not Russ?
No. Russell Wilson was an instruction quarterback. He was
what?
That's all he was.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
Russell Wilson was not taking no top off with no defense.
Can I ask a question?
That much downfield explosive. All his shit was play extension.
Can I ask a question?
Same shit that Joe Burrow's doing. Russell Wilson.
Can I ask a question?
Before you ask that question, I have one question for Mookie. So Mookie, since you're saying that, why is Russell Wilson top 5 rushing quarterbacks and rushing yards? Ether.
Because of fucking longevity.
You're hot.
He's trolling, bro.
Because he played in the league for
Hold
on. If you played in the league for 10, 15, 20 years, or if you played in the league for like 12, 13 years, how long Russell Wilson played? You're going to accumulate rushing yards. I'm not sitting there saying,
no, that's not how that works, bro.
It is how it works. Because you go off with total rushing yards. Hold on, Trent. This is what I'm saying. If you're going off of total, this is what I'm saying. If you're going off of total rushing yards, Russell Wilson has played the game for like a decade. So of course he's going to accumulate that because yes, at times he's going to rush down the field with his legs. At times he's going to scramble around. He's going to generate yards because he's played the game for 10 years. Using rushing as a
let me ask you something, right? If there was a quarterback that you seen who was 50 yards away from 900 rushing yards, would you say he's a dual threat?
Nigga said Google.
I said what?
I said, let me hold on, Donnie. So I'm gonna ask you this: if there is a quarterback that you saw played in the game in the season who was 50 yards away from 900 rushing yards, you would assume he was a dual threat, right?
No, I don't go off of stats.
I don't go off
of stats.
Every rushing quarterback that has accumulated over 700 plus or even 600, 1,000 yards rushing are dual threat quarterbacks.
What year are you talking about?
2014, he went for 849, 62 rushing TDs. Russell Wilson.
That doesn't make okay. And pull up this shit. And how many of those was called design fucking runs for him?
You don't have to.
How many of those shit?
Can I ask a question?
Runs?
You don't have to have a design run to be a dual.
How many of those shits was designed quarterback runs? If
Can
you
I ask a question?
designing the offense for you to run the football with your fucking legs, nigga. Stop acting dumb, nigga.
Can I ask a question?
You said what?
Can I ask a question?
You are a dual threat quarterback. The dual threat quarterbacks are Lamar, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts. These are quarterbacks that are designing the offense. Hey, Kieran, shut your double chin ass up, bitch. You got 3 fucking minutes. Don't ever do that shit again. I slap the fuck out of you.
Can I ask a question?
Like I said,
if
you have a quarterback that is designing the offense for you to run the football with your legs and shit like that, bro, of course you are a dual threat. If they're stopping you with your legs and running the football down the field with your legs, you are a dual threat. I don't consider Russ. I consider Russ as a mobility guy. Extended plays, avoiding stats. He was not a dual threat because he didn't have explosives with his running ability, bro.
He never had explosive running ability.
They didn't run a read option. They never ran a read option with Russell Wilson.
I watched rookie year. I watched Russ, nigga.
They didn't run a read option with Russell Wilson.
No goddamn fucking nigga that was fucking crazy. Explosive play for his legs and change the game, running the football down the field. Hell no.
What Russell you looking at? That Broncos run?
I can ask my question now.
Eagle Nation, ask your question, bro.
Seahawks run.
Hey, Dookie, you say you watch a lot of film, right?
That's not your bitch ass up, man. Don't talk.
So I'm guessing that's a no. You don't watch a lot of film.
Cause I'll beat the fuck out your bitch ass, nigga. Real life, nigga.
Yeah, it sounds good. Anyways, you're emotional.
Ass, nigga.
You're a grown man. You emotional. It sounds good. It sounds good.
Bitch
Either
ass.
way.
You a bitch.
So again, I'm guessing. Since you won't answer the question,
no, nigga,
Trent, I'm gonna ask it to you. I'm gonna ask it to you.
There ain't no fucking talking, nigga.
Again, you're a grown man. You emotional. It's okay. Either way.
Come on, Mookie, come on.
Either way.
Mookie, come on, bro.
Hey, Trent, when Joe Burrow drops back, right? What's the 2 things they're trying to take away from Joe Burrow when he's passing the ball?
You said what?
when Joe Burrow's in shotgun and he's passing the ball, what are the two things they're trying to take away from Joe Burrow when he's passing and he's in shotgun? They know it's a pass.
Tell the crowd, bro. You might as well tell the crowd, bro.
I'm just is the thought that we need to be worried about him taking off ever really the concern, or are they kind of embracing and happy that he's doing that? When Matt Stafford is in shotgun and he's passing the ball, are they concerned with him taking off, or are they trying to take away short reads, fast reads, things like that? Now, if Lamar Jackson is in shotgun, what's the first thing they're worried about? Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, big legs.
Okay, so that would be considered a dual threat. Is if I have to consider your legs as one of the first options, then that's what it is. I don't understand why this whole thing was this hard to understand. You got a grown man on here crying, telling us so he can fight. Like,
nah, the J-Rob boy was funny as shit. That was funny as shit. I'm not a text, bro. That was funny as shit.
You really said Russell Wilson was a dual threat.
Bro, I'm dead ass fucking dying, bro. Oh
Right.
He might have said it.
Right, bro.
Hey, didn't even get to Lamar yet. That's the funny part.
We didn't even get to Lamar. I went to be for Lamar. Look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get onto this. We're gonna get onto this Lions game because MJ. We had some real talks about these Lions, man. And hang on, MJ, get another victory lap, bro.
Right.
You got it, bro. Get it up.
I'm turned up right now. All right, so it was a few weeks ago. Some people is in here right now. Some is outside. They not in here right now. But we had the Nick Sirianni, Dan Campbell conversation, and my only thing is keep it consistent. One guy was a Super Bowl favorite this year, 8.5-point favorite against a rookie quarterback at home coming off a bye. And his team lost. Now, let's be honest about this. If this was the Eagles and they lost to the Commanders, we're not talking about the circumstance. Let's just talk about win-loss. A coach is judged by his win-loss record. If Nick Sirianni lost that game like Dan Campbell did, he would be crucified, flat out crucified. But folks like Dan Campbell, and they want to make excuses for him, so they put caveats. Well, you know how many guys was on IR on defense, and hey, Jay Daniels this, Jay Daniels that. If Nick Sirianni lost to the freaking 6 seed as a 1 seed, he'd be crucified. But I heard, Dan Campbell's here and Nick Sirianni's here. Look, if you want to say Dan Campbell's better than Nick Sirianni, I don't agree. But, it's fine. But to say that he's here and Nick Sirianni's here was the wildest take I heard perhaps all season long, bro. Just keep it consistent. And we know that the Lions losing was way different than if the Eagles. I heard more about the Eagles beating the Rams and criticism about how they won that game than the Lions losing by double digits, right, to the freaking Commanders. That's my thing. Just keep it consistent, bro. Just keep it consistent, bro. Dan Campbell, he's a good coach, but we're really about to see what he's made of when got Ben Johnson in Chicago. Aaron Glenn probably going to be on the Jets. But we about to see what he's really made of, bro. And just keep it consistent, dog. That's what
I don't know who said that. I don't think either one of them are like anything crazy coaches. I
don't think so either, but I really think Dan Campbell was just a better version of what Nick Sirianni is. That's
I was never super high.
I wish Josh was here so we can get his Jared Goff
That's a whole nother
I'll give him
Jared Goff sack. I'll give him that. Good.
Young, you want to get it off? You pour him?
No, I mean, to me, this is I've been saying it the whole time. It's Jared Goff is a product of the environment. And that's cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. He needs a elite play caller. He needs an elite O-line. He needs elite weapons. And a lot of guys are like that. The Jared Goff MVP talks was always crazy. the Jared Goff top 10 talks was always crazy because he's just a great point guard, on an elite team. And there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't think that's what makes you MVP. But again, there's no excuse to me because people had them as Super Bowl favorites with all these injuries.
Exactly.
So I've always said the defense is going to fail them.
Yeah.
Because you lose Aiden Hutchinson week 7. He was their main pressure guy. And then every week somebody goes down. Aleem went down. Carlton Davis went down. Like, it was the only way they were going to win a bowl was they were going to be putting up 50 on everybody. Which that was possible because Ben Johnson cooks. That those weapons are elite. That O-line is elite. It's possible. But when Goff is out there throwing 3 picks, they're done against a real team that can put up points. And that's you saw it when they played the Bills. Anybody that has an elite quarterback that can make plays, you gotta match. That's ultimately what ends up happening. Jared Goff, you gotta match Jaden Daniels. He's never been able to be a quarterback to match, and that's cool.
That's why the Rams traded him.
That's why the Rams traded him, and that's why I hold all these higher level trait quarterbacks over guys like him because these are the games that Goff is making $50 million. You got to do it. Your defense is trash. You got to. Jaden Daniels' defense isn't good. They played well, but they still gave up 31.
Yeah, it's
arguably worse than the Lions.
Yeah, but
it's fourth deep in the playoffs.
There's a certain guys that can do it, and there's certain guys that can't, and I think that's the separator, and that's fine. So I'm not going as hard on it as Josh because Josh hates that man. I just don't think he's that good. I think he's an above average quarterback.
Can I jump in, MJ? Because you didn't fully go as hard as you should when they did that Dan Campbell conversation. Because I literally had to argue that with people when they were trying to tell me he was so much better, and I also brought up the head coach in Baltimore and asked what does he do because everybody was crucifying Nick Sirianni and what he does. Yeah. And I asked what do these coaches do, and no one could really tell me anything. But they kept winning, so it was acceptable. They weren't a distraction to the team. I get it. Nick Sirianni is not a likable person, but telling me that he was just such of a lower tier coach than coaches who do exactly what, like, he's not Mike Tomlin calling defense. He's not Andy Reid calling offense. Like, they're not scheming things up the same as these coaches are, but yet somehow they're significantly better. Because I guess it's the intangible conversation again. Like, why?
Yeah, bro. Just to add on to that, bro. Like, real quick, I'm glad that you brought up the John Harbaugh stuff. Because one thing I can respect with Nick Sirianni is the fact that when Nick Sirianni gets called out, bro, he learns from his mistakes. John Harbaugh for the second straight postseason, bro, doesn't run the ball. Imagine if that was the Eagles and Saquon got 16 carries.
MJ, I'm gonna refute that, and I love the Eagles, but the reason the Eagles lose that game to the Falcons was because of a throw, and then that call on second down could have also been the reason you lost. So again, and I understand the reasoning behind it, but being crucified throughout the time after that Falcons game for a throw where you could have ran the ball, and then not just running the ball on 2nd and 7, I wouldn't say he learned from it. I think Nick is very comfortable with who he is. He's very upfront to people, like he doesn't care, and then he tries to throw it in your face when he's front running, and then when he's losing or lost, then he kind of backtracks a little bit in press conferences. That's the only thing I don't really like about him. But
my issue with these coaches really are their in-game management. Same thing with John. Like, to me, that's what makes you elite. Like, Nick Sirianni has a time management issue. It happens where he doesn't use timeouts. Same thing with Raheem Morris specifically. Same thing with Dan Campbell. All these listen, I like teams that are aggressive, but you still have to take points. He's just going willy-nilly going for it. Ben Johnson calling, and I love Ben Johnson. He's a beast. But, like, that trick play to J-Mo, yeah, if it works, cool. But
you're down
14 points.
Stop being cute. Stop being cute.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and Dan Campbell signing off on it. Like, that's why I don't put it past it, because you can't be like, we're about to run this trick play. And the coach's like, all right, let's do it. Like, that's just what's going on. So, to me, I don't think Nick Sirianni's like some elite coach, no matter what the wins are. But I don't think Dan Campbell's like an elite coach. I don't think, to be honest, like John Harbaugh is that elite level coach either. Like I don't think a lot of these guys are, but John Harbaugh has Lamar Jackson, so he's gonna win a lot of football games. Nick Sirianni has a elite roster, so you're gonna win a lot of games. And now Dan Campbell, elite roster. Like people are boosting the Lions. I'm like, dude, have you seen all of their picks have hit?
Brad Holmes been cooking.
Yeah, like, and I didn't even like the picks, but he's
bro.
cooking. Like they're drafting out of this world. They're signing great contracts. Like that's how you win.
Great coordinators as well. That's another thing I bring up.
That's how you and you have a elite coordinator. Like,
but now next year you're really gonna see how.
Like you're gonna see it when guys start getting paid.
Like we saw with Sirianni last year, we had the doo-doo coordinators. How bad it was.
Facts.
Like
so.
Coaches, you can only be on the top for so long. So
I do also want to add one thing real quick with Nick Sirianni. Last year, his team was one of the best on fourth down because obviously tush push and things like that. So his aggressive nature came from that. This year, people crucified him for his aggressive nature, but we see how bad Jake Elliott is. Like, it's terrible. It's really scary as an Eagles fan. And yet no one wanted to bring up early in the year when he was going for two, during these fourth quarter, not kicking field goals, saying take the points. And then you realize Jake Elliott's struggling making 40-yard field goals, PATs. So maybe he saw that, and instead of announcing it to people that, hey, we need to be in we get a new field goal kicker, maybe we just trust in our offense and hope they do something better. Like, I mean, that is the one thing I say is that, like, he at least saw that and made an adjustment. It just didn't work for us.
If Jake Elliott is that bad, bro, you got to go sign another kicker. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care.
100%. Well, I mean, I think Howie is slipping on that one.
Now it's a little too late now.
Yeah, Eagles Nation. I think hindsight a little bit 2020 in that we didn't see how bad Jake Elliott has been until later in the season.
Exactly. So, Jake Elliott has been terrible this year.
Could there be a chance that, like, he see him in practice and he's like, all right, he not it? But there has been times I saw, like, before the half, we're going for it, and it's like, well, you got 13 seconds left. Why are you going for it on fourth down? But last point on it, bro, there's a John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin situation. Because I heard a lot about Mike Tomlin. He should be fired, all of this. He's been working with Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, and Russell Wilson. And John Harbaugh has an MVP and hasn't gone to the bowl. What is we talking about? If you give Mike Tomlin this Ravens squad, he's getting to a bowl. He's getting to a bowl. So that same vitriol and hate that Mike Tomlin got, give that to John Harbaugh, bro. Just be consistent. Just be consistent. That's all it is, bro. Just be consistent.
Yep.
Man, Karen, bro, how you feeling about these Lions, bro? They got mollywopped by the Commanders.
Man, it feels like this was their only opportunity, considering they're probably going to lose both their coordinators. Like, yeah, they'll be healthier, but I just don't think you'll get like the same like product like you done with Ben Johnson.
Hard to find Ben Johnson twice.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, like Dan Campbell, like it's bad. Like losing to the Commanders as the 1 seed is a bad look.
Yeah.
Jay and Aaron Glenn, I don't know what the hell that was after you basically shut down the Vikings offense that's been like top 5 in scoring this year. But yeah, I feel like the Lions missed their one opportunity to actually get to the bowl, even though they weren't healthy. So,
Donnie,
real quick, do you want to read out the super chat since we have like a bunch of them?
Yeah, we can read them. Shout out Brian Pumper with the $5. Jalen Hurts the lead that takes the sacks. Hurts is Malik Willis with a shooter. Another special.
Oh God! You know what? Hey, Malik was balling at one point. Let's give Malik.
Isaiah James, appreciate you $2 Boston for Dookie. Yeah, that's crazy. Shout out Sports PSP, always through. Morgan, Washington bad. Detroit, Washington is great going forward on fourth down. One obvious, but I don't understand. No, he had a pick from JMO. Yeah,
that was wild.
That was for no reason.
Yeah. Are we also?
Hold on, let me read this other two.
Yeah, we're good.
Appreciate you, Jace, for the $10. Mookie is right. What has Hurts done other than the Super Bowl performance? He needs his team to help him win games. Hurts just doesn't much to convince me that he's
quarterback needs a good team to win games.
Sports PSP, Jane Daniels having the best rookie season ever. I want to get to that. Yo, Donnie,
if you count playoffs, yeah.
I mean, duh, it's a season.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm not.
But I mean,
He won the playoff.
Like you were saying to me in that chat, talking about Dak, Herbert.
If we're talking regular season, I think that's fair.
It's not fair.
Not Dak. Not Dak.
Not Dak. Fine. Dak, no, that's fine. No, not Dak. Herbert, yes.
I think Herbert's fair.
You include playoffs though. You got it.
Herbert,
Nah,
I think Cam's also you can throw in there too.
Cam's fair.
I think
Why
that's
y'all
fair.
didn't throw Andrew Luck in there?
Him and
RG3, shoot all of them.
No.
And I'm not saying. I want to say this.
What about Russ? I don't know.
See, that's another now. It's not as good as Jaden's, but Russ is still in that conversation as well. Russ is
not better than JD, bro.
No, I agree.
I agree.
But hold on. But what I'm saying is that like Jaden Daniels, like he's having a rookie season we never seen before. Like from a playing style standpoint, bro. Like he's like one of the best in the league. But I think Justin Herbert season is good because if y'all put into the context of like his O-line being one of the worst in the league at the time and he was still producing those things, yeah, it was impressive. But Jaden Daniels ain't got no Keenan Allen. Jaden Daniels ain't got no Mike Williams.
He got terrible.
Man, what the fuck?
Jaden Daniels ain't got no Austin Elkin. Jalen Daniels ain't got no Hunter Renfro.
Renfro? Hunter Henry?
Come on, bro. Hunter Renfro.
So is it comparable to CJ Stroud?
Hold on. So you trying to sit there and say that Justin Herbert's rookie season is better than Jaden Daniels?
I'm not. No. I think Jaden Daniels has the best rookie season.
I think it's close.
I think if you include the playoffs,
I think CJ's is closer.
And then when you add the playoffs, it's really not even close. I'm not gonna
now if you a guy that's just only valuing this like regular season, don't really care about the contest.
Most rookie, it's hard for most. Like
no, if you value the regular season,
it's hard for most rookies getting the playoffs. Just
hold on, if you
I think CJ's is the most.
Hold on. If you value the regular season, it's gonna be Justin Herbert. Because the records that he was breaking I think he broke the record for the most touchdowns, the most passing yards per game. You know what I'm saying? I think he was second all time in passing yards behind Andrew Luck all time for a rookie. So if you put in that, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is,
Honestly, I think if you look at CJ's last year and this year compared to Jaden, like as far as narratives, stats, everything, like I think that's the closest just because of also the narrative going into the playoffs, winning a game, and then looking comparable against what everyone believed was a far superior team and the Ravens. Like I think that's the closest just because everyone also thought Jaden would not beat the Lions. And that honestly, because he struggled this year somewhat against the blitz and the Lions looking like they were going to blitz like they did against the Vikings, that he had no shot. I think that's the closest, honestly, if we're trying to compare rookie seasons.
I still think his rookie season was better than CJ Stroud before last week.
I agree.
Before any of the playoffs.
Yep.
I agree.
But CJ Stroud was in MVP combos, bro.
That's you always talk about the weekend
for 1 week.
He wouldn't be close in MVP combos if he played this year, though. I'm not gonna lie, he wouldn't be close.
But what I'm saying is like CJ Stroud's defense wasn't light years ahead. It wasn't as great as it was this year. Same thing as Jaden Daniels' defense. Like it wasn't crazy this year. It had comparable pieces, comparable things that were happening. Good defensive mind, but it was basically the quarterback led that team to what they were when no one projected them to be that good.
Yep.
So and then the stats and numbers and how they actually played was solely on them, like solely.
Yeah. Man, Donnie, bro, how you feel about these Lions, bro? Like,
I mean, it's a tough team for them. As someone who was a big Lions fan going into the year and whatnot, it's
you're a fan of
tough.
everything.
Like, I mean, like obviously Goff didn't play well.
We surprised.
Simple. The defense. Am I surprised that he played that bad? I mean, yeah, I'm surprised.
But you was calling him a top 5 quarterback this season.
What the hell did I
You didn't call him a top 5 quarterback.
No, bro, no, Donnie.
Bro, this man Mookie 3 shows in a row has just lied about.
No, you said y'all the consensus were that y'all was sitting there and say that Jared Goff was top 5. He should be MVP conversation.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That was
in the NFL discourse.
I'm royally in that
Whoever was saying that, that's botted up. But make sure I join the Discord.
Me calling Goff top 5. No, bet to the Lions. I mean, it's tough, man. Like Goff played one of his worst games of his career. The defense, all the injuries, it's tough. And Jada's been playing out of his mind. I think you can argue he's been maybe the best. You could genuinely say out of the playoffs, he's maybe been the best quarterback in the playoffs. He's been that good. But it's just tough, man. It's tough for the Lions, and I don't know if they're going to get back because you're losing both coordinators. The talent's still going to be there, and that's why I still think they're going to make the playoffs. Like, it doesn't really matter who they have coach. As long as it's someone decent with that talent, you're going to make the playoffs. It's that
not
simple.
Brian Johnson.
So, okay, well, even then, even the Eagles made the playoffs with Brian Johnson, and I'm not expecting the next coordinator to be as bad as Brian Johnson. So, I still think the Lions can make the playoffs, but this Super Bowl thing we're talking about, I'm not too sure if that exists anymore. So, it's unfortunate.
Let me say this on this, man. This is probably the worst choke job I've seen since the 2011 Packers. We're talking about a team.
2019.
Hey, hold on. If we're talking about a team that has heavy expectations to get to the Super Bowl and win it all, I mean, this was up there at the cusp of that 2011 Packers when they lost to the Giants in 2012 playoffs at the home when they were 15-1. But bro, I mean, I don't know what in the hell just happened. I mean, that game was going Glock for Glock. I mean, they were both scoring, and the next thing you know it, Jared Goff threw that pick that was a wrong read and ended up in an interception, and that turned the game around for the Lions. But I want to say this too. They're done. They lost Ben Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Johnson is going to the Bears. And most of the things that I've seen on tape for the Lions, I mean, if you want to say like he's the best coordinator and schemer guy, like the way that he was scheming guys open was absolutely outstanding. But I will say this, that boy Jada Daniels is special. That's a special guy right there, brother. Right? He is when we looking at from a mobile quarterback, a mobile black quarterback, he is the best example. Like, he is that guy. Like, when we're looking at his accuracy, the anticipation throwing, like, you know what I'm saying, just being calm and poised, like, he is great. And he diced up the whole defense, bro. And what he's doing this year, like, he has the best rookie season in NFL history. And, you know, what he did was outstanding. But I never thought that the Lions I never thought the Commanders gonna win this game. That's why I sat there and said this is a choke job. This is just not good. I mean, you were overwhelmingly favorites and you choke like that. So, you know, it is what it is.
Durag, man, how you feel about these boys, bro? Let you already say your piece.
I feel great. I needed this one. I needed them to lose this game badly, but I can't. Too much rah-rah going around this city, man. Humbleness. They need to be humble. Biggest choke job since the Packers. With that many injuries, I guess with that many injuries.
Hold on. Even with that many injuries, they were still overwhelmingly the favorite of beating the Commanders. Nobody thought the Commanders.
Well, it's still a choke job of a game, but just off the fact, it didn't surprise me crazy because, like Young said, at some point, I mean, the talent void, it catches up to you.
2013 Broncos.
There's only so much.
Yeah, I think I would have been more surprised if the Lions scored like 10 points and lost instead of
everybody. I'm gonna tell y'all
scored up on defense.
And they lost in the shootout, and they lost.
If the Lions would have lost in the NFC Championship game, it wouldn't be that big of a choke job. But the fact that they lost in the division game, a team that they were overwhelmingly favorites in, and a lot of people sat there and said,
they still choked.
From a talent perspective, that they were better. You heard me? Like, that's
Jared Goff definitely choked. It's definitely a choke. I just don't know if it's that big of a choke.
The biggest, I don't know about. That's what I say. The biggest, I don't know about. I think that's a drag.
Yeah, that's up there with the Packers. Because I remember the Packers like 15-1, dominating, and they lost.
Nah, the Packers had no excuse. The Packers, like, there wasn't a reason why they lost. At least the Lions have something to fall back on.
Yeah, the defense.
So look, all right, look. Last game, of course, the main event. Buffalo beat Ravens. Man, bro, I don't even gotta say too much. You got the flow, movie.
I mean, like, when are y'all gonna understand? When y'all gonna listen to me? When are you gonna sit there and say, you know what, Mookie, you were right about Lamar? Chat, your man choked again. Once again, right? But it's the crazy thing about it, though, right? The man choked with a historical defense. and now you telling me he choking with a historical offense, brother? Now everybody want to sit there and talk about, oh my goodness, oh, Mark Andrews dropped the ball, oh, he fumbled the ball. But ladies and gentlemen, the game was lost in the first half of the game. 2 turnovers. When you turn over the ball, bro, in the first half of the game, right? That's detrimental to your team's offense. That means that take away points, but that also give another possession for the team to also score and take away opportunities to be able to put points on the board. So a historical offense that didn't score only 10 points in the first half of the game was not playing efficient football. That's a choke job. The Ravens was overwhelmingly the favorites against the Bills. They had a better team. They had a better offense. They had a better defense. They had a better O-line. They had better everything over the Bills. And Lamar Jackson found a way to choke. He is the worst playoff quarterback in the history of the game. This guy, Lamar Jackson, has a losing record. Anybody that won multiple MVPs, he's 3-5 in the playoffs. He has more turnovers than touchdowns in the postseason, ladies and gentlemen, right? And we talk about he's never won consecutive games in the playoffs. Never. And this is a guy who they're going to give 3 MVPs to. They're going to manufacture and give Lamar Jackson 3 MVPs, chat, just to build up his legacy and build up his thing. And it's like a guy that hasn't won multiple games in the postseason, a guy has never sniffed the Super Bowl, right? He's getting 3 MVPs. That sound like manufactured to me, bro. Like, I mean, the fumble was terrible. I mean, I don't that missed throw over there, just throwing it. I think it was ever running somewhat of a fade to the outside. I mean, that was just terrible. I mean, Lamar Jackson played like shit in the first half. I don't understand he was outstanding in the second half, but when you hold to that standard, right? Like a Josh Allen, like a Joe Burrow, like a Patrick Mahomes, you're asked to be efficient in the postseason and be able to impact a game and play perfect football, and Lamar Jackson didn't. That's the reason why he's not on Burrow level. That's the reason why he's not on Mahomes level. That's the reason why he's not on Josh Allen level, because those quarterbacks are way better than Lamar Jackson in the postseason. Get him out of here. He's a choker. He's a choker. And this is the guy that y'all sitting there call the best quarterback in the league. He's a choker. He's a choker.
So, young man, who you think is really to blame for this game?
I mean, I blame Lamar just because, to me, when you're that elite, you at least have to maintain what you did in the regular season. At least. Like, that should be – you got to perform at that level minimum. The greats elevate, as you see with Mahomes, Brady, all those guys. They elevate to that level. Lamar, I mean, if you gave him a grade, it'd be a B maybe, a C+. You know, like, the second half, I'm not going to lie, he was cooking the second half. But they lost because he was acting crazy that first half, and that put him in the hole. But he had been playing all year at A++. I mean, like, so if you don't go into that game at least at that, then you're gonna lose. But I'm a big Josh Allen fan. I don't think he played that well. I just think he didn't make mistakes. Which that's the only reason they won is Josh didn't make mistakes.
Josh did play well.
I mean,
cool.
he didn't play to his standard. Like the standard of Josh Allen, he didn't play to his standard.
Hold on.
He had the same numbers as Jalen Hurts.
Hold on.
I don't think Hurts played.
What we're not going to do is not going to sit there and just take away what Josh Allen did. The one thing that is a right to Josh Allen as a quarterback is his decision making, somewhat of his post snap reads, and just forcing things that just not there. I seen Josh Allen today that I've never seen before. He was so taking what the defense giving him, going through a read quick, not forcing the ball down the field outside of that one play he threw to Keon Coleman. What was that? I would think it was that PI play. Was his slot fade? I didn't like that decision.
Josh has been
but
playing like this.
Josh Allen was great. He didn't turn over the ball like Lamar Jackson did. It's crazy because all y'all sitting there saying the reason why Lamar Jackson is better than Josh Allen is because Lamar Jackson take over the ball.
You gotta
Well,
everybody
turned over the ball.
I want to clarify something for you. I think everybody on that. Wait, time out. Hold on. I just want to clarify something real quick. Everybody on this panel thinks right now. I don't know if Eagle Nation do, but I know everybody else, including me, thinks Josh Allen's better than Lamar.
I thought that for years.
I just want to let you know that. I'm just saying.
I never thought Lamar was better.
Yeah, the moment
Josh
Allen became Josh Allen.
This is why I don't like, bro. See, I'm not keeping this. This is not what I'm hearing, bro. Now y'all trying to sit there and say, "Oh, I never thought Josh Allen was better than Lamar."
I've been
No,
saying
I always
this.
said it.
I never thought Lamar was better. I never thought Lamar was better. Josh, come on,
okay,
bro.
I've been saying this
hold
for
on.
years, bro.
Hold on. This is the problem.
You know
This
the
is the
Bills
problem.
hurt,
You think that this is your problem. You think that since we be defending Lamar on this platform because you be coming up here dragging it, makes it like we never, because I said I would rather have Josh Allen over what's his name. Donnie has a Buffalo Bills hoodie on right now. He's been saying he'd rather have Josh Allen over what's his name. Durag been saying that. Young for sure been saying that, and Karen for sure been saying it. So I'm just letting you know, everyone in this, but I think it's still to this day close to me, in my opinion.
But
No,
I still think it's close.
No, it's not. It's not close. How is it close when somebody's a way better playoff performer than you, brother?
I don't even care about that. I just don't think he's better.
Like how can Lamar? I'm gonna tell y'all something, and this is the crazy thing I gotta ask. How can Lamar improve in the aspects of like passing, like how can he improve all of that in his instruction ability to play quarterback? But in the postseason, it goes all out the window.
Hey,
you know
Mookie.
why? Because he's just not an elevator in the postseason.
Hey Mookie,
He's
can
not
I just
great in the playoffs. And the problem what I'm saying is this is when y'all sitting there and say Lamar got it going in the second half. Bro, Derrick Henry got it going in the second half. Derrick Henry, I've been saying that Derrick Henry is the most valuable player to this offense, not because he's better than Lamar. It's because he's raising the ceiling of their offense to historical levels. They was already elite without Derrick Henry, but he is raising the ceiling of the offense. And it's like if he doesn't get going, they're not winning games. That's why they're 2-6 when Derrick Henry doesn't rush over 85 yards. And we seen it last night is that they didn't run the football. And the Bills, and y'all keep on saying John Harbaugh's fault. That's not John Harbaugh. You don't call the fucking plays, you fucking idiot. You don't call the plays.
He's a head coach, right? He can tell them to run the ball. Can he tell them to run the ball?
Who called the offensive plays?
Can he tell them to run the ball?
Who called the offensive plays?
Can he tell them to run the ball?
Who is the offensive coordinator for the Ravens?
Can he tell them to run the ball?
Who is the offensive coordinator for the Ravens?
Can he tell them to run the ball?
I'm not talking to you. Okay. What I'm saying, hold on.
I blame Lamar. I blame Mark Andrews. That's who lost.
No, y'all need to blame Todd Monken.
Mookie.
Okay.
You think if Andy Reid? I'm just asking a question. I'm asking a question.
Hold on. What I'm saying is
Andy Reid sees that his offense is doing something bad. You don't think he can overrun something even if somebody else was calling, even though he calls the plays?
Somebody actually watched the game said it. Bro, the reason why they didn't have the running game going is because the Bills was really great in their game plan and be able to take away gaps between the tackles, bro. They were outstanding in the first half of the game. That's why they didn't run the ball effectively. If you watch that game, Derrick Henry literally had no lanes or no gaps to be able to run through between the tackles because they were doing a great job in taking that away. Something that Donnie had questions about, I had questions about, everybody had questions about their Bill defense taking away gap containment within that between the tackles within the offensive line. That's why they didn't run the football, and we seen in the second half, they began to rain the football much more effectively. They've been in hold up and block and create lanes. But that's why they didn't really run the football effectively. They had the game plan of running the football. It wasn't working. So then they had Lamar Jackson basically being in shotgun situations, bro. Was it play action and then having him carry the offense with his passing, which he cannot do because he don't have the value of the other quarterbacks to do that.
Oh man, Danny, bro, who do you think is to blame for this?
Thanks,
game?
Daniel.
What'd you say, Trent?
So who do you think is to blame for this game?
I mean, the way I see it, listen, obviously Lamar didn't play well in the first half. That's pretty obvious. And I just think there were 4 key moments on the Ravens side that lost in the game, and the Bills just played clean football and didn't make many mistakes. They were the more disciplined team. And those were the interception, Lamar's fumble, Mark Andrews' fumble, and then his drop. So Todd Monken, Lamar, Andrews. I thought the offensive line was actually better than I was expecting. I thought the Bills would get a little bit more pressure, but I guess when Lamar has such a great pocket presence, it's hard to get him down, a lot like Allen. But it's all 3 of their fault. Like, all 3 of them deserve blame. It's just that simple. Whether you want to say one deserves more than the other, it doesn't matter to me. All 3 deserve blame.
Durant.
Same thing. Lamar, you sold in the first half. You dug your hole back out in the second half, and Mark Andrews, you had a rough night. Yeah. Bills played clean football. I mean, they didn't make mistakes, and at the end of the day, in the playoffs, you make those mistakes; those are costly. That one mistake will lose you a football game. So,
Karen.
Oh man, I'm not gonna
slander Lamar like I did in the AFC Championship game, because I remember last year I gave him a lot of shit. I thought he played pretty much a pretty good second half, but someone posted this on Twitter. Lamar lost him the first half. Mark Andrews lost him the second half, and I think that's fair. The only optimism I can say is that, like, each year that goes by, Lamar is getting better in the postseason. Like, he's shown you, like,
what?
Yes. Yeah, you just like, don't do it. Don't do that.
Oh, like, dude, like,
Go ahead, Kieran. Go ahead, Kieran.
I've been critical of Lamar, but that's the only optimism I can say about the Ravens, is that he is getting better each, like, postseason run. But there had to be a point where we got to talk about John Harbaugh, like, job security. Like, you've had so many talented teams and you can't get it done. Like, there's got to be a point where you just got to break through. Like, you have Lamar Jackson, who's, like, playing at, like, a GOAT level. Derrick Henry is having a resurgence here. The defense has been number one since week 11. Like, at some point, you got to get it done. Like, you have to get it done.
Bro, hold on. Oh my gosh. Bro, why do we do this shit as a football? Why do we sit there and make excuses for a quarterback that is put on that stratosphere of being an elite level quarterback? Why is we sitting there blaming coaches for the coaches, for the players, for the quarterback shortcomings, brother? Why do we consistently do this?
Who's doing that?
I literally just said Lamar lost him the first half. So
no. But you keep on sitting there blaming John Harbaugh for sitting there saying, you gotta get it done. You gotta get it done. That can be applicable to Lamar. Like, Lamar, you gotta play better in the playoffs, brother. You gotta be. It's not even just play. You got to play good in the playoffs consistently. It cannot be I'm gonna be good against the Houston Texans, a team that's not really that serious, and then I'm gonna be complete shit against the Chiefs, or I'm gonna be good against the Steelers, and then it's gonna be complete shit in the first half against the Bills. Like, I need consistent play at a good level for Lamar Jackson in the postseason, and he hasn't done it yet. We sit there and blame and bash Dak Prescott to the highest levels. We destroy him. This man hasn't won an MVP. This man we don't consider as a tier 1 guy. Why does he have higher expectations than a guy that is a 3-time MVP?
Who has higher expectations of Dak than Lamar?
You think Dak has more high expectations than Lamar Jackson?
Yes. You know why? Hold on, I'm gonna tell you why, Trent. Trent, you know why? Because people destroy Dak Prescott when he don't make it to the NFC Championship game every year. They destroy him. So why does the media have high expectations, or just any in the football discourse? High expectations to a guy that is the worst playoff player than Dak.
Let's be for real. Come on. Okay. If you about to tell me with a straight face that a 2-time MVP has less expectation than Dak Prescott, and the way how they talk about Lamar Jackson in the media.
Hold on, Trent. You're not hearing what I'm saying. Trent, you got to hear what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the slander is louder for a guy like Dak Prescott compared to a guy like Lamar. Yes, it is.
Hell no.
Yes, it
is. I'm not gonna lie. They're calling
Lamar Dak Prescott every single time. They got 30 minutes. Hold on. They got 30-minute segments of Dak Prescott on ESPN being the worst playoff quarterback. He don't deserve his money, everything. But then we got ESPN guys that sit there and say, "Oh, Lamar don't deserve the blame. Lamar, he fought his way back. He did what he did." But they sit there on another breath, blame the best quarterback in the league, and Joe Burrow, for having a turnover against the Ravens and really great in the second half of the game. And they blame Joe Burrow for missing the play. They blame Joe Burrow every single time.
That's just people being inconsistent, though.
They are but this is the whole discourse. It's the whole discourse.
No, it's not the whole discourse.
Lamar
you're talking about ESPN and Stephen A. Smith discourse. That's what
I'm talking about the whole NFL. I'm talking about
Uncle Shay discourse.
Twitter, everywhere that talks football. They're inconsistent in their logic on the way that they are assessing the game.
But Mookie, but the thing is, though, you talking about a platform that always have inconsistent things to do. Like, come on, bro. Like,
but that makes up the whole football discourse.
Nobody.
I understand that most of the football fans are casuals, but that makes up the whole football discourse, and that gets people talking, and that get people swaying their opinions because they think that this thing is right and the other thing is. It's like I'm literally seeing other quarterbacks get held to higher standards than Lamar. Real talk.
I don't think that's the case.
But it's not even. People keep on sitting about talking about like it's all about just winning. Like I don't care. Like I don't winning is a key thing.
If we be
If Lamar Jackson would have just played the way that he played in the regular season, nobody would have cared if he would have won this game or not. But the fact that he just playing bad and turn over the ball and not playing to his standard, that's the problem.
I just like I said, bro. I don't think that like Dak Prescott has more higher expectations. The way I be seeing what they be saying about Lamar and just in general, that doesn't even make any sense though. Because really, I watch what's his name, ESPN. I'm tapped in all those shows. Like I still watch them to this day. Like it's not, like people kill on Dak, they be dragging on Dak. I agree. But the Lamar expectations, like, come on, bro. Like, that's out of this
You're
world.
expected to like go to the Super Bowl every year.
Yeah, come on, like, what he like? Come on.
No, but he's not getting slandered to the way. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, I'm here.
Who you think is more to blame for? Who you think should get the most blame for this game?
I think all of them played parts. Lamar, obviously Mark Andrews with the drop, but I still blame coaching as the number one. And I say simply because when you look at like the Eagles versus the Rams, everyone knew Saquon was the leading factor of what would beat the Rams. So being coaching staff, you know that the Rams are going to try and take away Saquon as best as possible. What do the Eagles do first drive? They have a play. Now Jalen Hurts is able to run a QB draw for such a far. And now you've made that defense unbalanced and have to figure out what are we doing. Instead, you just tried to run Derrick Henry instead of understanding, hey, yeah, this is what helped us win the first game effectively, doing these same gaps and measures, but it's not working right now. So we didn't make an adjustment until it was far too late. And we didn't have a play or plan in place of when we see that they're already preparing for it, what we're doing next. And you would think after how it ended last season, they would have that ready, knowing that this is how you're like, it's counter coaching for a reason. You self-scout yourself for a reason, and you know what your weaknesses and your strengths are, and knowing that that team knows literally Derrick Henry beat them last time. Derrick Henry ran for 200 yards last time. That's going to be their number one focus, to stop Derrick Henry. They did that in the first half, and you really didn't adjust until it was too far too late. Yeah, again, Lamar did also not help. Mark Andrews did not help either. But I think that was the number one reason, because that team shouldn't – between those two teams, that game shouldn't have been close, as it wasn't the first time.
Before we get to the predictions, this is just my point of view on how the game went and like who was to blame, because we didn't have these talks in my Discord and stuff like that. Like I said, make sure to join Discord and shit like that. I'm on Discord. But I think me personally, like of course, I hear you on the coaching part, because I think they should have ran Derrick Henry more. But me personally, I think the most two that gets to blame to me is obviously Lamar and Mark Andrews. Yeah, Lamar fought back in the second half. He played a great game in the second half. But if he doesn't play like Kaka in the first half, he play like dog water, they wouldn't even be in that predicament. They probably win the game. So you don't have to scratch and claw and play a flawless game in the second half to deal with that. And then obviously, Mark Andrews, you fumbling and that crazy drop. It gave me a flashback to the Lee Evans drop back in like 2013 when he dropped that shit. That was damn near like the same thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's a hard way they went out. But the people that's saying that Lamar shouldn't get any blame because he scratched back in the second half, I'm not hearing that. I'm not going to. Because I done seen quarterbacks play flawless or have a great game last year. I had like a Josh Allen versus the Chiefs. He missed one throw and then they missed a field goal and he got crucified. So you're not about to excuse Lamar playing like dog water in that first half, playing terrible. That's just not what I'm about to hear. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm not gonna lie. But now let's get to these conference championship predictions, bro. Let's get to it. Young, I'm gonna start off with you. Can Josh Allen finally get over the hump, or Mahomes is going to cement his GOAT status, bro? Well, who you got, Bill Steve?
I mean, if Josh Allen, they can't play how they played last week. Mm-hmm. They can't play that conservative. They won't win. The only way they will beat that Kansas City team is, kind of like last year. When Josh can play clean, he has to play clean, but he has to provide some kind of explosive plays. And when the opportunity comes to make the winning play, he's got to make it. That's what I think is going to happen, because it's people act like people are scared of playing the Chiefs, and it's not like they're scared of them. It's just we know Mahomes notoriously, for the most part, if it's time to make the play to win the game, he's done it. That's what they're scared of. And that's what causes guys not to do it. That's what Lamar started gooking last year. Josh missed throws last year. That's the problem with most of these guys. I don't think they're going to do it, to be honest. I don't think the team is just good enough. I think Buffalo matches up really well, though. Like, it could go either way. Dude, you see the Chiefs all season last year play horrible. And in the playoffs, Travis Kelce turned up. Mahomes turned up. They did it this year. A little bit cleaner, but then they're turning up again. Like, I'm not betting against the Chiefs. They're like the Pittsburgh Steelers to me. I will never bet against them. So I think the Chiefs are going to win. I think Mahomes is going to go attempt the 3-peat.
Durag, who you got?
That devil in Kansas City, man. That's a devil indeed. That's I'm gonna keep riding. I'm gonna keep riding my guy Josh.
Pause.
That's crazy. I'm gonna keep going with Josh, and I think he gets it done this time. I think he gets that boogeyman off his back. I think he takes that next step. Yeah, I'm gonna ride with the Bills.
Eagles Nation, bro, who you got?
I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm not betting against Black Magic, and I'm not betting against refs. I think the way you beat that Bills defense is elite speed, which they now got Hollywood Brown back, worthy, obviously. There's certain things that Mahomes and Travis Kelce just do in the playoffs, and now that they have the rest and all of this, and then I'm sorry, like that Texans. I know the Texans kicker hasn't been great all year, but when that kick went like far to the right immediately, I saw that like off break and was like, oh yeah, no, they got voodoo dolls or something like this.
Stadium pulls.
Yeah, like it was just like off break. I saw that and I was like, yeah, there's just no way. So as much as I would love the Bills to win, I'm not betting against them.
All right, Donnie, who you got?
Man, y'all know I've been with the Bills all year. All year. I was one of the few people who really believed in them like that, thought they were still an elite top-tier contender. I just thought Josh could take them to the promised lands. A lot of people up here, even the media said, that there was a real chance they could miss the playoffs. Stephen A. Smith and Rich Eisen both said they weren't going to make the playoffs. Here they are now. I just think this team is built. If you look at the way that this team was built from a few years ago, whenever they lost that first heartbreaking game and they really started, Cap started catching up with them, they really built this team with an identity. And that identity was one thing only. And I'm stunned that they even beat the Ravens at all, because that team was not meant to beat the Ravens. Absolutely not. That team on paper, and the only reason they did was because they got lucky. Zay Flowers was out. If Zay Flowers is in that game, I guarantee you they win. This team was built to beat the Chiefs. That's just the way I see it. I think the Bills don't need to rely on Josh Allen to be Superman, and it's because of one reason. This offensive line, Eagles have the best. We can all agree on that. Who's been playing the best? The Bills' offensive line just tossed around the number one rushing defense in the entire NFL, the Baltimore Ravens. They tossed them around. With that four-headed combo between Allen, Cook, Ray Davis, and what's his name? I'm blanking on the name.
Johnson.
Johnson. Yes. All them. It's just this rushing attack has been unstoppable. And I think Josh Allen didn't need to make plays against Baltimore. And also, the cold, obviously, as well. It was freezing. It's going to be a little bit warmer down in Kansas City. I think this team is meant to beat the Chiefs. I think this is the team that does it. I know you shouldn't bet against Mahomes. I've been riding with Buffalo all year, and a lot of people have been betting against them. I'm looking at you, J-Rob. You're my guy. You pick Denver, you pick Baltimore, and I guarantee you're going to pick Kansas City. And if they win, if Buffalo wins again, man, I don't know, but I'm rocking with them. Give me Buffalo.
All right, man. Last game before we head out. NFL East rivalry. Commanders at Eagles. Who you got, Donnie?
I'm sorry. The Magic can't keep going. I just think the Eagles roster is just too good top to bottom. I'm sorry. This roster is too good. Their defense is playing out of their mind. Even with a weaker passing attack, it's still been unbelievable. The rushing attack's been doing its thing, and the defense has been playing better than everybody. I think Philly wins by I think the spread is 6.5. I'm pretty sure I typed down, right? I typed down 6.5. I would bet that. I would bet they win by a touchdown. So give me Philly.
Eagles Nation. Obviously, I'm assuming you got the Eagles, but how much I got on money line?
I mean, so I would have the Eagles. It solely depends on Jalen Hurts' mobility. If he's 80% of his normal self with his mobility, then yes, I have the Eagles winning. If he's less than that, I'm gonna be honest with Jonathan Allen being back for this game and him not playing in the last game, Jaden finding some confidence and playing against that defense and moving up and down on us, and then with Q being hurt, N'Kobe not in this game now, and that us being susceptible to the run on defense. I'm riding with the Eagles, but those things do very much concern me because our offense with no mobility from a quarterback, with Kenny Pickett, basically, you saw that's what Jalen Hurts basically turns into is Kenny Pickett when he can't move, and that did not work well against Washington at all. And we were spotted points with a lot of turnovers in that game, and Jaden still carved us up when we were healthier. So it does worry me, but I'm gonna ride with the Eagles because I ain't got another choice. But I would like to add, I do not like off topic. I do not like that the NFL has all these games that I know the Eagles playing Washington's a divisional game, but all these games that are basically rematches. Like I was really looking forward to the Eagles-Lions game because they hadn't played each other, trying to figure out who the best was. If the Bills versus the Chiefs was the first time they had matched up this season, it would be so much more hype. But we'd already seen it once. But it's kind of it doesn't take away from it, but it kind of lessens it a little bit. But it was just a random tangent.
Durag?
I'm not gonna overthink this. I think the Eagles still way more talented, and I think they're gonna remember that last Washington game and how that shit blew up in their face like that. I think they're gonna come out with a punch. They're gonna come out with some fire. I think you said 6.5. Don Engel. I might take 8.5. I think they come 8.5. I think this might be like a 10-point win. I think they win this pretty comfortably.
You get it at plus money, so go crazy.
There you
go. Young, who you got, man?
Yeah, I got Philly too. I just think the roster is too good. But I do think it depends on what Jalen Hurts we get. If you like Eagle Nation said, if you get an 80% Jalen Hurts, I think that doesn't offset Jaden Daniels, but it kind of negates a little bit of how the difference. Because I think that's what it is. Now, Kenny Pickett at quarterback, they might lose. Because you just take away Saquon. But yeah, I think the Eagles are just too talented, man. I think 2-6 is a game breaker. I mean, as you've seen, like he can legitimately with this O-line and those weapons, he can take over the game in the strike of a match. Like he doesn't need Derrick Henry volume. He just needs one crease. And that's what you saw last week. I mean, it was 2 runs really that broke the game. That's why the Rams lost, because he struck out twice, and that's it. So I think just his talent alone, they're gonna beat Washington. That's just my expectation. Is they're gonna. I'm what you do, right? I think 10 points. I wouldn't be surprised if it was by 10 points.
Yeah, and I also think they got the script in. Saquon's birthday is on the list.
So you're picking Philly, Trent?
Of course, you know I got Philly going.
What about? Hold on. What about the other game?
What? I already told y'all. Eagles, Chiefs, Super Bowl, Chiefs, and Mahomes.
I think they want the rematch.
I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
To me, that's
right. Can you explain if the Eagles make it to the Super Bowl off the back of Saquon Barkley, why you still have your GM in place?
You said what?
Old GM? Why the Giants would still have their GM in place? Like, doesn't that say something at that point?
I mean, okay, so this is how I view it. Like, even though I think you should have attempted to sign back, even though he declined the deal the year before. What Saquon is doing now, you would never see him run for 2K on the Giants. So it's like,
100%. But you still made the reason you don't sign Saquon by what Hard Knocks shows was we're paying a $40 million quarterback to hand it off. No one told you had to re-sign Daniel Jones. You could have done what most teams do, which is rock out with a bad quarterback for another year, draft, and then build that team up for that rookie quarterback to step into the next year with Saquon.
He definitely baited. I definitely say you should have signed him, but
so that's like when you see Saquon take us to the Super Bowl, like that would be crazy.
If I was nicking them, I'd have been super petty. I would have let Saquon break the record versus the Giants. Then y'all go to the Super Bowl and win it. Oh my Lord, that'd have been
1,000%.
Absolutely.
If I'm Nick Sirianni and run the Super Bowl, I'm walking into the stadium with a shirt that says "Thank you, Giants."
No, yeah, literally. But we get to these last 3 super chats before we head out. Jay got big dreams. Appreciate you. Follow. Looks like Mr. Dookie Jones calmed down after Eagles Nation was staying facts. # fly Eagles fly. Shout out MJ. Shout out Sports PSP with the 10. Before Jaden, Washington was a pathetic franchise. History of bad franchise signings like Albert Haynesworth. I'll never forget that one. And for him to play this well, lead Washington to a national championships and NFL NFC championship games since '91. It's the best rookie season ever, bro. That's just what it is, bro.
They had a lot of good free agency signings this year, though. I will say, they had a lot of good.
And Chris Clips and Mookie don't know what they talk about. Appreciate you.
Austin Eckler is definitely, he was an underrated signing.
Frankie Louvu, Bobby Wagner,
Well, people knew Bobby Wagner. They were still hoping he was what he was, but Austin Eckler, they thought he was literally just a product of Justin Herbert damn near. It's kind of crazy. And even though he was out for a little while, he's still a very good back, and people just kind of act like he wasn't.
He's a great third down back. I mean, that's
third down. He's a very good pass catcher.
Every down back.
No, not every down, but he's a very good pass catcher. He makes things happen, and people act like that was literally it was not him. It was someone else doing it for him. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. All right, but look though, chat. Appreciate everybody that came out. We got 120 people for majority of the whole stream. Keep tapping in with us. Make sure y'all go tap in with the VIP room if I just did with future top 10 pick and Kelvin Banks.
Yes,
wherever team he's getting, that's gonna be a guy.
Welcome to the Bay.
Yeah. Oh, y'all not getting it. I don't know why you just said that.
I'll be there. Go right down the right side. Kick it back for a year or two.
Get Josh Simmons and like it.
But chat, keep tapping in with us. We go on live probably Thursday for the college football show. We're gonna recap, of course, the Natty, and we got to talk about we didn't even talk about the semis because we had to reschedule. But that's gonna be good. We're gonna talk about why Jeremiah Smith better than Marvin Harrison Jr. already. And it's getting to that point. College football offseason is about to be here. We're about to do these Heisman, to these tier list rankings. It's where the toxic. It's where the crash out moments really happen. So, like I said, make sure y'all tap into the college football show. Make sure you keep tapping in with us, bro. Go follow all the platforms. We about to go live on playback as soon as possible after this offseason with these film rooms and just watching film in general. Keep tapping in Linktree, all the social links in the bio. Keep tapping in with us. And appreciate y'all, man. We about to dip. We out.